Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another day, Thursday edition of 30NSG. On today's show, we're going to be talking about PlayStation. They just announced or introduced Sony's Picture Core, formerly known as the Bravia Core. So they changed the name. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Diablo update for the next season. We're going to go over that as well on their blog. And then we're also going to be talking about the canceled Hyenas game, was Sega's biggest budget game ever, so it's claimed. So those are the three topics we're going to be talking about today on Reading the News. If you guys like what we do here, we do it Monday through Thursday from 10 o'clock in the morning to about noon Eastern time. We have part of the conversation is, well, you guys are part of the conversation 100%. We go back and forth with chat. So if you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to go above and beyond that, you can become a member as little as $5. Morning, Travis. Morning, Z. Morning, Jesse. Boss. L. Eclipse. JM. What's going on, man? All right. So let's start off with PlayStation Core, introducing Sony's Picture Core, formerly Bravia Core, coming to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 today. The entertainment app gives PlayStation players exclusive benefits, including early access to select Sony Picture films. So let's go to the actual blog post of Sony. It says Sony Picture Core, formerly known as Bravia, launches on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 consoles exclusively, including early access to select Sony Picture films. So our friends over at Sony Pictures Entertainment produced a lot of fantastic films, and today I'm pleased to tell you about our new collaboration to provide PlayStation community with access to some of the most memorable movies of PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 consoles. You may also be familiar with the Bravia Core app, which was a great way to access a wide range of recent and classic films from Sony Pictures and Bravia TVs and selected devices. Now, Bravia Core will be rebranded to Sony Pictures Core on these devices next year, and starting today, we're launching the Sony Pictures Core app on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 consoles. Once you sign up for Sony Pictures Core on the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, you'll be able to buy or rent up to 2,000 movies straight from the console at launch, and this will include blockbuster hits such as Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man No Way Home, Uncharted, The Equalizer, No Hard Feelings, Bullet Train, Ghostbusters Afterlife, and amongst others. Now, with Sony Pictures Core on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, you'll be able to purchase select Sony Picture films during the exclusive early access window straight from the console, and select markets such as the UK, France, Germany, Japan. The first films with early access will be like Gran Turismo, based on the true story. Now, which is based on the unbelievable true story. Yeah, it's just all right. So if you're a PlayStation Plus Premium Deluxe member, you'll get access to the curated catalog of 100 movies through the Sony. I like how they put a whole bunch of asterisks after that. Through your Sony Pictures Core app to stream on demand from the Sony Pictures library as part of your membership. The catalog, which will also be ad-free and updated periodically, features movies such as Looper, Kingsglaive, Final Fantasy 15, Resident Evil, and also you'll also be additional benefits for all PlayStation Plus members. To stay tuned for more details. Sony Pictures Core is available starting today on PlayStation players in 23 markets globally. You can also find the Sony Pictures Core app in the media section of your PlayStation 5 and the PS Store on the PlayStation 4. For more information, go to their website. It says, we hope you all enjoy Sony Pictures Core and also the films that were also accessible through the app. It's part of a shared goal with Sony Pictures Entertainment to bring together this curated collection and wonderful films to elevate the PlayStation experience. This is just the beginning, and we plan to evolve in offering benefits of Sony Pictures Core over time, including the selection of hit anime content of Crunchyroll. We're also looking forward to more exciting things to come. Stay tuned. So, I wonder, when you pay for the service, right? If you're a PlayStation, so if you just have a PlayStation. If you just have a PlayStation, the app's on there, you can download it, and then you can get access to these films by renting them or whatnot. But if you're a premium member, did I miss what the premium members get? Once you sign up for Sony Pictures Core, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, you rent up to 2,000 movies straight. So if you're a PlayStation premium member, purchase the movie through, and you'll receive credit towards the in-game purchase. Okay. PlayStation Plus Premium Deluxe members, you'll also get access to curated catalog up to 100 movies through the Sony Pictures. Okay, so they are adding. So if you're a PlayStation Plus Premium or Deluxe member, you do get access to 100 movies. I gotcha. I was going to say, this doesn't seem like a very good deal, but they put the PlayStation Plus Premium in there, and I feel like that's good. It's sort of like what Amazon Prime does, right? You're Amazon Prime member, you get movies that you can get. Obviously, there's ones that you can rent, and there's ones that you can just watch. So, look, this is exactly what Sony needs to do on top of what they're doing. They have to try to make more revenue, and this also gets the PlayStation Premium up more, right? As well. This is what Xbox tried to do years ago by making a set-top box, and now it's just easier, right? Now it's just easier to add these apps to. This is why I was talking about Xbox, for the past couple years about taking the app and putting it on their television sets and whatnot, and that's what they're doing here with their PlayStation Plus Premium. But they're also now doing it with the Sony Picture Core app. So this is a win, right? If you're a movie buff, and now you have one less thing to do, or maybe you have an older television that it's not a smart TV. Now this is one more step closer that they can get you in for PlayStation Plus Premium. This is one more step so they can actually keep you on the box, right? Inside the ecosystem that PlayStation or Nintendo or Xbox. We've been talking about this for months and months and months. So I think this is good. This is just another access to it. And there's a lot of movies there. So over 2,000 movies for people that have the, they install the app on their television sets or from their Sony PlayStation 4 or 5. And then if you're a premium member on PlayStation Plus Premium or Deluxe member, you get up to 100 movies, and there's asterisks there. So it's 4 stars. Is that what 4 asterisks? 5 asterisks. Let's see what the asterisks are at the bottom. 5 asterisks is the catalog content varies over time, regions, and country, and plan and requires separate downloads and use Sony Pictures Core app. PlayStation Plus is subject to recurring subscription fee taken automatically until cancellation. Terms apply. So there you go. So what do you guys think? Is this something that you guys would use? This is just to get another Netflix app. This is just yet another Amazon Prime app. This is just yet another app on your phone, another app on your television set, another app on your console box that you can actually download and use. Let me see what you guys are saying here. They can't beat Game Pass, so they got to go after Netflix. I mean, I think all of them. It's a blend. I know you're joking, Dolphin, but all of them are going to do it, right? They're all trying to get in. Like, for instance, we had a conversation a couple days ago about how Epic's trying to get in the meta, Amazon's trying to get in the meta, right? There's like Facebook or Meta, Google's trying to get in the meta, Epic's trying to get in the meta, Apple's trying to get in the meta. There's like all of these guys are trying to make the same thing to try to get the one to rule them all. And all of these other companies are all trying to do the same thing, right? Netflix was just movies, and now they're making games. And now Sony Pictures, they always made movies, right? And now they also make games since the mid-90s. And so Xbox, they're doing the same thing now. Xbox, they got the Gears of War coming out. They got the Fallout series coming out. Everyone's doing everything. They're all putting their hands in the same cookie jar, all trying to grab for the same cookie. Who can get the bigger chunks of the cookies, right? They're all doing the exact same thing. East Asterisk has a detail at the bottom. I got it. Thank you. Let's see. Just I gotta decide what you're gonna do. Go ahead, the game of UFC. Let's see. Catalog 2,000 movies, and you get curated access to 100 of them. I don't know about the chief. Also supposed to hurt. You're already a member, mind you. Right. It doesn't hurt if you're already a member. Right. It's just an added bonus, right? If you're an Amazon Prime member, you get free shipping, and then you get to watch movies from the Prime, from the Prime movie list, right? You get discounts on stuff. Same exact thing, right? You're a Game Pass member. You get these games day and date. You also get, if you want to purchase a game, you get 10% discount. Here with Sony, you have the app on your PlayStation. You can rent movies at full price, but if you're a premium member, you have 100 movies that you can watch. Go on, Silent Word. Go on, Ron. Pornhub needs to make a porn pass. No, they will never do that. They know people are definitely going to pay for porn. I mean, I don't know why you would pay for porn, considering you can just do a search and porn's everywhere. But hey, You know, if you want to pay for high priority porn, I mean, by all means, go ahead. Some of the people didn't like it, but it reviewed well, sold well. I'd say it was good. What are you talking about, Travis? What's going on, Rebel? Oh man, what are you in Australia? Are you in New Zealand? Lords of the Fallen looking pretty good. I'll stick to the free stuff. Yeah, why would you go why would you pay for it when you can, like, I don't know. If this was Kick, I could show you. It's like Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15, is that what you're talking about? Final Fantasy 15? I mean, that's the one with the boy band one, right? I think Sarge played that one. I didn't play it. That came to Xbox, but I never played it. The last one I played was 11. The last Final Fantasy I played was 11. Gamers are liking Assassin's Creed Mirage, but critics hate it. I'm trusting the gamers. I don't know. I watched a couple of, and I have no one side or the other. I watched people that I respect and they absolutely hated it. And the reason they hated Assassin's Creed Mirage was because it wasn't Origins, Valhalla. No, what is it? Valhalla? No, yeah, Valhalla and Odyssey, because the RPG elements are out of it. So now they like the new RPG elements, and they didn't like going back to the old school. And I'm like, well, if you didn't like it, they said it ahead of time. It wasn't going to be like Odyssey and them. So going in to expect something that wasn't going to be there, it's kind of weird. But yeah, a lot of people are pushing back that they actually like the new RPG that they started doing in Assassin's Creed rather than going back to the old school. Four-day weekend starting tomorrow. Nice. I prefer turn-based as well. This is why I still like Dragon Quest. I like the RPG elements. They also hoped it would be more like the latter games in Unity. Right. That's what I'm saying, which is why I might pass on Mirage. I mean, we talked about it ahead. I thought it was... I was interested because I didn't play Origins or Odyssey or Valhalla, right? But I like the old school, like Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood. I like those Black Flag elements of it, right? So I was actually excited that they were going back to that. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll pick it up this time around. The critics, I mean, yesterday when we looked at the scores were pretty decent. You know, I mean, it was high 70s on Metacritic, but the rest of the group gave it like, you know, mid 8s, you know, and stuff like that. I feel like that's a solid Assassin's Creed. It ranked, I think, 10th on the list or 11th on the list of the 16 games that have been out. So it's not the worst, but it's not the best. Eclipse says, I'm fine with the new RPG elements. Just don't call it Assassin's Creed because you're not an assassin anymore. Well, in this new one, aren't you... It's less RPG. There's no RPG elements, correct? Like, Mirage is no longer like Odyssey and them, so it went back to its roots. Did it not? Am I confused? I like AC period. It's not a complete deal breaker for me. It's not an RPG. I might end up getting Mirage. I'm 50-50 on it. I don't know if the Avatar game is going to be... It's really hard, Ron, when movies come out that are based on... games that are based on films, like IPs. They're hard. It all depends on what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the game's going to be crap or anything, but it's really hard. The last Avatar game back in the day was 2011 or 12 that came out. Didn't do very well. The Avatar game now seems more like a Far Cry, to be honest with you. I get that Far Cry feel, which is not an insult to the game. It's just that's the feeling I get when I look at Avatar. Yeah, the new one looks like it's going back to the roots. Yeah, and they said that, boss. They said that. AC Mirage is great. I really don't like the reviewers nowadays. I find them not even talking about the most of them. Well, here's the thing. I wasn't even looking at reviews. I was looking at people that they said like they put like 4 hours in. Another person put like 7 hours in, and they're like, yeah, it wasn't. They weren't liking it because they were used to the RPG elements of the 3 that came out recently. I didn't even watch a review yet of Assassin's Creed Mirage. I was gonna watch Skill Up's review of it, but then I was like, I'm not really interested in it, so I'm good. I mean, we could watch it at the end. We could watch a review, someone's review of it, and see what they say. The Crew Motorfest is also a sleeper hit. Can it be a sleeper hit though, Ron? If those games are like the major games that they're promoting, like a sleeper hit would be like Hi-Fi Rush. A sleeper hit would be like I'm trying to think of a game that's like not high end, marketing, right? Like that would be a sleeper hit. You can't have a sleeper hit if everyone's excited for that game to come out. Like Avatar is a $2 billion, right? Like Avatar is a $2 billion franchise in the film industry. I wouldn't really call an Avatar a sleeper hit, right? The Crew has multiple games. I wouldn't really call it a sleeper hit. Like Last Epoch could be a sleeper hit, yeah. The Crew had to compete with Baldur's Gate and Starfield, though? That doesn't mean anything. All games compete with all games. All games compete with all games. Do you really think the people that are playing Baldur's Gate were like, I don't know, should I get the Crew or should I get a D&D game? Like, those are two completely different genres. Not to say that people that play card games don't play Baldur's Gate, but I don't think it was like a toss-up of, should I get Baldur's Gate or should I get a massive RPG for $70 or should I get a card game for $70? I mean, I don't know. That's like saying, well, Oxenfree 2 had to compete with them. Of course it did. All games have to compete with all other games. Just like all streamers have to compete with all other streamers. There's something weird about being an assassin and you jab your knife deep into some guy's neck only to find you're next to nothing due to your level. Wait a minute. If all games compete with all games, then you can in fact compare Spider-Man 2 to greater than Starfield. Well, no, because I wouldn't do that, Travis. Compete as far as money goes, but take it wherever you want. Yeah, take it wherever you want. Go on, Kyla. Saying can do it. Well, sure, you can compare anything you want. You can compare a bicycle to a Ferrari and why the Ferrari is better than a bicycle or why a bicycle is better than a Ferrari. But it's just ridiculous. When a game releases, it's critical. Just ask Titanfall 2. Sure, it is critical. This is why I've always said, Ron, I know you haven't been here very long. I've always said first impressions are everything. It doesn't really matter who you're going up against. If you make a game and a game is a good game, then people will know it's a good game. Make a game, sell a game, regardless who you're going up against. It's like if you have to break up with someone, you don't not break up with them because Christmas is coming or then their birthday's coming and then, oh, their dog died, right? You just rip the Band-Aid off and you just break up with somebody. You can't just keep going, well, we're going to release the game. Oh, can't release it now. Starfield's coming out. We're going to release it up. Can't go up against that because the next game's coming out. You just have to release your game. Release your game. Make a good game. People will notice it's a good game. I mean, did you think that Crew was going to outsell AAA games that have multi-$100 million budgets? No game wants to compete with Call of Duty. Let me tell you something. If Call of Duty came out the same time as Grand Theft Auto 6, Call of Duty would move. Grand Theft Auto wouldn't. If they were coming out on the same day, Call of Duty would move its date. The most common reviewers say that they have was the parkour, not AC Unity parkour system in Mirage. Look, Mario Wonder does not give an F about Spider-Man 2. I believe they're releasing at the same time. Right? I think they're on the same day, aren't they? Warrior? I think it's on the exact same day. The reason Battleborn failed was Overwatch. The vastly inferior game came out. Well, the reason that Overwatch succeeded over Battleborn is that Blizzard is a multi-billion-dollar company, and Take-Two or Gearbox had a brand new game, and they labeled it as a MOBA, and they didn't push the single-player aspect. They marketed it as a MOBA game. And Overwatch, they competed to the competitive market. But that's my point, Eclipse, right? Super Mario doesn't care. It's going to come out when it comes out because they're not like, if you're a Mario fan and you're a car racing fan, you're not going, oh man, do I buy this game or this game? You're going to buy the game that you want to buy, that you have more interest in. To go back to, The Crew might be a good game, right? Motorfest, but it's not a sleeper hit. It's a multi-million-dollar sequel to other Crew games that have already come out. Mario Wonder will sell 35 million. Calm down, Mo, or Water. Calm down. Well, those are also two separate systems. I don't own a PlayStation or own a Switch, so I guess which one I'll pick up. But my point is, if Baldur's Gate, right? So, all right, let's take that example, right? Well, Baldur's Gate came on PC before it came to console. So going up against Baldur's Gate, the Crew Motorfest, was it for console and PC? You know what I mean? I think that the people that have PlayStation are going to buy the Crew then, because Baldur's Gate wasn't out at the time. Like, every month you get paid, and every month you're like, hey, I have enough money to buy this game, right? And you're like, which game am I more interested in? Let's see. It's called The Crew, right? September 14th is when it released, right? Baldur's Gate, literally a month before, and it was on PC only. And then when it came out on console, it was a month later. And again, I don't think the RPG person is looking at that and going, should I buy an RPG that's been out for a month that everyone's raving about, or the Crew Motorfest? FIFA and Star Wars are going to drop the same month. Which one are you more likely to buy? Which Star Wars? Which Star Wars? Which Star Wars is dropping, Naboo? Or are you just saying in general? No, an example. I got you. Okay. Yeah. Like, am I getting a sports game or am I getting Star Wars Outlaws? Right. You know what I mean? Obviously, the FIFA game, which is no longer called FIFA, by the way. We can't call it FIFA anymore. I forget what the hell it's called now. It's called something. I don't care. FCC? No. What is it called? We can't call it FIFA anymore. It is called FC. FC. That's what it's called. Yeah, it's called FC. Went from EA FIFA to EA FC. Yeah. It's called the game I haven't bought since the 1990s. Yeah, if I had to compete against like Madden or Star Wars, a sports game that comes out every single year doing the exact same thing every single time with a roster update, or am I getting Star Wars Outlaws, which is a brand new single player story-based mission that has like 20 to 30 hours worth of content of single player? I'm not picking the sports game because I can pick the sports game up 3 months later, 6 months later. If it was Madden, the old maybe Madden. If it was old Madden though, boss, am I still a naive kid that thought the game was brand new every single year? Because if you're gonna go back to Madden, I still know what I know now about Madden. So if Madden went back to the old Madden, I still wouldn't be interested. Probably get it free on Game Pass in 6 months. It's true. It's true. 2004 was the GOAT. 2004 was that the one with Marshall Faulk on the front cover, or was that George? Oh, it was Vic. Yeah. Yeah, Michael Vick. Isn't that sad when at least me anyway, when you say Michael Vick, the first thing that comes to your head is not football. It's the dog thing, then football. For me, it's football. For some reason, and I loved him. Because of all the stuff that happened, I was just like, never been a Vic fan. We do with Game Pass Ultimate. We can download a catalog of EA games, but still won't download them. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? I have a whole assortment of sports games I could play, but I don't. And they're free. Well, not free, but they're really cheap. Dogs fight all the time. I mean, not for money. And not publicly. Water. Yeah. Dogs don't fight for money. They just fight. Exactly, boss. Exactly. Yeah, Warhammer Darktide. I played. I after I got off stream yesterday, I played with two quick events, like 2 quick matches last night after I got done streaming, and I got in with 2 groups, and we completed them both times. It's fun. There is a loop there that's a lot of fun, and the punishment. I think Meta said it last night when he was in channel. He's like, the punishment is what makes it addictive, and that's 100% true. Come on, Alex. Come on, Records. Did Dark Tide not come? See, I'm confused. Didn't Warhammer Dark Tide? Did it only come out for Xbox and PC? It was PC last year. Then it was Xbox. It's not coming to PlayStation, or it is coming to PlayStation just at a later date? No, it's only for the XS and Microsoft Windows. Interesting. Wonder how much they got paid. Xbox is PC only. Well, it's funny because the people on the PC, the people on the PC got it last year. It came out like October or November last year, right? And the game wasn't very good. And they've just done an extraordinary amount of updates to the game and released it on console. So now it's supposedly, I never played it in the beginning. I mean, you guys did. Right? They say it's a much, much different game now, and a much better game now. Well, I'll tell you what. Warhammer 40K Dark Tide will be a sleeper hit for PlayStation 4. I don't know when it comes out, because we don't know it's coming out. It had a rough launch considering how much Vermintide 2 was left behind. Oh, did it get a rough launch because they just stopped supporting it? Classic release fix later? Yeah. That's what I don't like about the modern day gaming. Like, because there's no difference between alpha, beta, Charlie, Delta. That's a joke. But there's no difference. Yeah, there's no difference in if a game comes out early access, preview program, alpha, beta. It can come out gold, right? It's at full release, and it's still like an alpha. It's still like a beta. It's still like early release. It's still like a preview. I hate that. All right, so the first story we went over was Sony Pictures Core, formerly Bravia Core, launches on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. You can watch movies now, and if you're a PlayStation Premium member or Deluxe member, you can get up to 100 movies that rotate on variations throughout the months. The next one we're going to talk about is Diablo. Descend into Diablo 4 developer update live stream. I'll be honest, yesterday I watched the stream for maybe 15 minutes, and I was just like, yeah, I'm good. I'll just wait for the post to come out, and that's what we're doing now. We're gonna read over the post, and we'll have a little conversation about Diablo 4. All right. So, fresh from pack developer update live stream, the team provided an overview of the Seasons of Blood Trove quality of life updates for a quick top-level preview, and are adding more endgame activities, significantly increasing the experience gains to reduce the journey to level 100 and increase the ability to specifically target uniques and uber uniques. Okay. Associate Director and Community Adam Fletcher sat down with members of the development team and siphoned the details of upcoming Season of the Blood patch 1.2.0 arriving on October 17th, which was much information to share about Season 2. We're following up with the campfire chat to talk about the class balance, new unique items, sweeping changes, and resistance, and also great deals of other quality of life updates, bug fixes. Okay. The Season of Blood players will also have a harness the power of vampiric scourge to successfully defend themselves about the obligatory, including the blood seekers that shadow your every move. You also have more details upcoming Season of Blood on this article. During the update, they talked about the live stream. They said there are 5 new endgame bosses. 5 endgame bosses that have added across the sanctuary to increase the variety of the endgame experience offered, providing better opportunities to obtain specific unique and uber unique items. The fact that they had to add this, 16 weeks, right? Game came out. It was out for 4 weeks, 6 weeks. And then they had the 12 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks of the season. And now here we are right? That they were missing endgame bosses is like mind-boggling to me. They're like, oh yeah, well, we won't put anything in at the end of the game. And now they put it in. It says the new boss fights are unlocked based on succeeding in different tasks across the sanctuary with different resources required to facing each boss. To each new fight becoming available as you progress through World Tier 3 and 4. Specific details to encounter each boss can be found in our Season of Blood article. I don't know if I like this. Let me know what you guys think, right? Do you like the fact that these bosses that you waited 16 weeks for or 12 weeks for, that obviously I'm not asking for like instantaneous gratification, like it comes out in the season and I can't get access to it. But when I hear to unlock based on succeeding in different tasks across the sanctuary, I feel like going across the sanctuary and doing the exact same thing that I've already done multiple times, to do it again to unlock brand new bosses is kind of strange. I would think that they're just there and you could farm them after a certain period of maybe level, but not the specific like checklist thing. But that's just me. All right, the reward pools of the end game bosses have significantly improved. Well, one, there's bosses now. Each boss drops a specific, unique, exclusive to each individual boss fight. The rail boss fight is significantly increased the chance to drop uber uniques, making it the process of accessing these converted items more achievable. That's a great update, right? That's a great update. Having unique items to unique bosses that you can now target loot farm for. That's smart. I don't know why you didn't do it in the very beginning, but thank God they're doing it now. Each individual boss also has a chance to drop unique cosmetics specific to each boss, making the access of specific cosmetics in-game more targeted. I like this. That's a good update. Okay, that's a good update. D4 is a masterclass on how not to do your game. I think they've gotten that from a lot of other games that are already out there, Travis. I don't think they're the masters of it. Loyalty to a piece of plastic is beyond me, Travis. I play games. Pretty much have all the consoles. Eclipse says, well, I think you just have to get the World Tier 3, which is pretty much what you do to get to Endgame. But doesn't this specify that not all 5 bosses are in World Tier 3 and World Tier 4? It says that facing each boss, each new fight becoming available as you progress through World Tier 3 and 4. Right? So I would assume a couple of the bosses are in World Tier 3 and a couple are in World Tier 4. We fought a boss last night, Sarge, and let me tell you, the grenades help wonders on that boss that destroyed us in the very last mission that we fought. All right, so endgame activities. The time between Legion events has been reduced from 30 minutes to 25 minutes. Yay. Like, thanks for the 5 minutes. Okay. Legion event warning timers increased from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. Fixed an issue where Legion events pinned would not display at the edge of the player's minimap if Whisper was active in the Legion event. The world boss fight is available more frequent to players on the world tiers as the spawn times have been reduced from 6 hours to 3 hours and 30 minutes. Why? I don't understand. I don't understand why you put... First of all, I don't know why you put a 6-hour time frame on your bosses, okay? I still don't understand why you put a 3-hour and 30-minute timer on bosses, okay? Why can't you just put it once an hour, right? If let's say you have 5 world bosses, okay? I forget if it's 3 or 5, whatever they have, okay? If you have 5 world bosses, 1 an hour, okay? And it's just random on the map, right? So it's not the same boss all the time. It rotates between them. And there was 1 here. It is 3. Okay. So you have 1 here, 1 hour, 1 over here, the other hour, the next hour. So if you're worried about people farming them, it's still 1 an hour. And then when you beat the boss, doesn't mean you're getting the drop. I'm so baffled by this. So world boss warning timers have increased from 30 to 60 minutes. Fixed an issue where the world boss pin would also display as the edge of the player's minimap with the Whisper was active in the world boss. For increasing visibility, the message is now broadcast to all players when the world boss is 15 minutes away from spawning. That's what I'm saying, Enbu. Right? Let's just say that you start 3 hours away. You just missed it. And you're like, oh, let me come back 3 hours from now. Just do it once an hour. Once an hour. Oh, I know why they're doing it, Sarge. Still stupid. Okay. Golden experience rewards have been increased from following activities: Helltide chests, cashing in grim favors, completing individual whispers. Okay. To ensure enemies consistently give experience relative to the current player level, the Nightmare Sigils rewards from Whisper caches will now always be within 5 levels of the highest level Nightmare dungeon that the player has completed. To improve the readability of the Helltide chests, now have specific icons on the map to indicate their type. Whisper caches also adhere to the item slot of the cache. Okay, experience and monster leveling. Decrease the time spent to reach level 100, making the journey about 40% faster. The experience gained from killing monsters at level 50 plus also significantly increases the rise steadily as you level. Now, here's a question I have. Okay, here's a question I have. Is the time spent reaching level 100 only sped up 40% if you're doing the season, or is it also sped up in the regular realm, in the eternal realm? That's a question I have. Did they mention that? Maybe it's still further down in the list, right? Or is it just in the season? It's both. Okay, Roic, thank you. Okay, so prevent monsters from being less powerful as a character. Level increase by making monsters in World Tier 3 and 4 match the current player's level at minimum after level 55 and 75 respectively. This increases overall experience and leveling, making it much smoother. Okay, that's a nice fix. Insist now grant bonuses to experience and persist after death, and increasing potency of experience bonuses, elixirs, season blessings by making a multiple of the world tier bonus. Okay. Nightmare dungeons. The demon slaying process of Nightmare Sigils now teleports you directly into the Nightmare dungeons. Very nice. Avoid some players not getting Nightmare Sigils from dungeons that have no final boss. Nightmare Sigils are now rewarded upon completing a Nightmare dungeon instead of the final boss defeat. It's a smart choice. Objectives have also been removed from the dungeons. Only defeating the boss is needed to defeat the Nightmare dungeon. Okay, wait a minute. Objectives have now been removed from dungeons, from some dungeons. I don't know how I feel about that. I've talked about this in the past, right? Before they even made these changes. This is what would happen in Destiny, right? You would go into a strike, and you would get on your Sparrow, and you would just run or drive past everything on the board. Not until years later did they put like a checkpoint where you couldn't go as far, and then you had to do like a battle before you could get on to the next level, right? Otherwise, people would just shoot through the entire dungeon, strike, dungeon, cave, whatever, and then they would just get to the end, kill the boss, and rinse and repeat. And I always thought this was kind of weird because it's like, why even do it in the first place, right? Because now they're letting you in. It says some dungeons, right? So they're doing it in some dungeons, and only defeating the boss is needed to defeat the Nightmare dungeon. So now people are just going to run through, kill the boss, move on, which at that point it just becomes redundancy. It's just like, or not redundant, but repetitive as far as like, okay, I'm just going to waste my time running through this whole section just to kill the boss. Why not just take that boss and put him out somewhere, and then it's a boss battle? Just a boss battle. I don't know. It's my thoughts. Multiple Nightmare dungeons afflictions have been updated. You got backstabbers. Close monster attacks from behind cause you to become vulnerable. Vulnerable damage taken is increased by X%. Monster critical resistance. Monster attack reduces damage from critical strikes for 3 seconds by X%, tacking on to Y%. Death Pulse. Prevent Death Pulse on monsters that have explosions on death. Prevent Death Pulse from spawning rapidly on top of each other. This is how people were dying in their hardcore games, right? Their hardcore games, they would go, and all of a sudden, they would get exploded, and that was it. They were done, right? So, Lightning Storm, because you would get exploded by not one, but multiple guys at the same time, and then you were done. Lightning Storm. Being shocked while the Protection Dome grants 35% bonus movement speed for 5 seconds. Only starts when players are in combat, and only starts in Protection Dome. Caster has a direct path of the targeted player. Drifting Shade. Duration reduced from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. Respawn time increased by 2 seconds. Massively reduced backtracking by placing all dungeon objectives on a critical path of dungeon, making them much harder to miss by taking the wrong turn. This is nice. Something to, if you're going to run through a dungeon, then let me run through the dungeon. And I stop making me backtrack. Stop making me backtrack. Right? And they did this already. They made a fix earlier in the season, last update, or when the game first came out, where if you waited, if you were in a dungeon and you had to go kill all the people in the dungeon, if you just waited, they would teleport to you, and then you could fight them, right? So that was a fix, and now they've added more of a fix. It says many dungeons layouts have been redesigned, improved the overall replayability and traps, enhancing their overall visual effects and reducing their crowd control. End caps have also been added to ensure dungeon layouts don't feel too linear. Paragon Glyph experience has been increased. Some of the events made dungeon events more worthwhile and enticing to players by increasing their monster density. That's very nice. NPCs should no longer be killed with one hit in World Tier 3 or 4. And then some adjustments significantly freed up inventory space by making gems a crafting material, and gem materials can now be taken to the jeweler for crafting. Here's the thing, though. In Discord yesterday, I kind of made fun of this, right? I was like, bravo. You've taken the gems now and made them into crafting material and took those out of our inventory. But then you added everything that you're doing this season as a resource, or not a resource, as a thing that you have to put in your inventory. So you solved the problem, but then also just made the problem the same, right? Because now I'm getting stuff from the season that's just pushing into my system anyway, right? And that to me is just ridiculous. But hey, what do I know? Prevented players from losing their progress on hardcore characters from connective issues. Scrolls of escape are now consumed in hardcore player. Disconnects while in combat, teleporting them to a safe location. Thank God for that. So that's very smart. Let's see what you guys are saying. Crazy. I went from playing this game to nonstop for weeks and not even thinking about it in the stream until this stream. There you go, Kylo. All right, Travis, have a good one. You mentioned is a Bungie now, except that it's not being eternal. The CMs and the devs aim harassment at their own community. Yeah. Yeah, what about the hearts? I think there's another inventory tab for the seasonal items. Is there, Roic? I haven't read that yet. Reduce the chance of being locked into certain stats and legendary items, reducing their overall enchanting cost. Reduce the overburden inventories of causing unnecessary trips into town. So in World Tier 3, normal magic, non-sacred, rare items will drop as crafting resources, okay? In World Tier 4, normal magic and non-essential rare items will drop as crafting resources. Gold drop rates in World Tier 3 and 4 have been increased to compensate for this. Okay, wait a minute. Let me read that again. In World Tier 3, normal magic and non-sacred rare items will drop as crafting resources. So they don't go in your inventory, they go into a separate tab. That's basically what you're saying, Roic, right? And then same with with World Tier 4. Gold drop rates in World Tier 3 and 4 have been increased to compensate for this. Why would they increase the gold? Because the weapons are not going into your... Because the weapons are not going into your inventory, they're going into resources? Is that why they're doing that? Increase to compensate for this. Why would the gold drop rate in World Tiers 3 and 4 have been increased to compensate for this? Because now the normal magic and non-essential rare items are dropping as crafted resources? That's why? You can't sell them? Can I still sell them? I'm confused by that. It's not a big deal, but I'm just confused by it. Higher level monsters in World Tier 3 and 4 drop sacred and ancestral items for greater item power potential. Normal Whisper Cache rewards now provide plus 10 item power. Upgrade caches now provide plus 20 item power rewards. And then Helltide Cache rewards now provide rewards for 20 plus items power value. Does this all apply to the Eternal Realm? I'm going to ask you, Rowick. Does this all apply? Like, all of this World Tier 3 and 4, does this all apply to Eternal Realm and also Season? I haven't played D4 in a while, but jumped in yesterday to finish the Season Pass, and I was about 20% done with level 90. I like it in Tier 4. You will only get ancestral items. All others will basically be auto-salvaged. Got it. Okay. Okay. So, miscellaneous improvements. Reduce the items time spent having to regain renown each season. All earned renown rewards persist between seasons and characters. This does not include experience or gold. Not include experience or gold. Earned skill points, potion capacity, max orbals, paragon points earned from renown will persist between each character. Renown experience and gold must be earned on each character. So, for example, character 1 earns renown tier 2 in a region, gains 1 skill point, 1 potion capacity. Create character 2 earns renown in tier 1 in a different region and gains 1 skill point. Creates character 3. The character automatically receives both renown rewards from characters 1 and 2. Got 2 skill points, 1 potion capacity available. Okay. This also applies to hardcore characters. If renown rewards were earned on hardcore characters in Season Malignant, those earned rewards persist in the new hardcore character in Season of the Blood, regardless of whether or not previous hardcore character died. Okay? So for hardcore characters, Altars of Lilith on the map discovering progress still carries over within the hardcore realm. Similar to the Season of Malignant, Altars and Lilith of map discovery, progress of hardcore character that died before the Season of Malignant will not persist for Season of the Blood. So so the hardcore character can move from the Season of Malignant to the Season of the Season of the Blood if they survived. Converted items can now be marked as favorite and cannot be sold or salvaged. Well, thank God for that. 2 additional character slots have been added. Okay. So now you have 12 slots, or 12 character slots. The ability to players that haven't completed the campaign to access seasonal content earlier by adding the option to skip campaign on character creation if the character on the account has completed the prologue. Prevented wasted minion companion attacks by ensuring minions and companions no longer target invulnerable enemies. Okay, that's nice. So if the system picks up that the rare item would drop, it will change it to a crafting material instead. I'm guessing they want more people to engage in crafting. Right. After watching the dev vid the other day, I still don't see a reason to play. There wasn't anything that got me overly excited about it. I'll be honest, 76. I am not coming back because I said that by the time they make the changes that I feel like they'll be in the game will be like season 3 or 4. And I said I'll see you next summer, basically is what I said. I'm not saying that I'm kind of intrigued. It's piqued my interest, right? Because of the changes they've made. It sounds like it would be better. I still think they need to make a lot of changes and fixes, but I mean, I'm still not installing it. But there's that thought in my head. I'm like, you know what? It seems interesting, but again, I'm just gonna wait. I'm playing plenty of games. I don't have time for another game like this. I played my 160 hours in this game. I enjoyed my time with the game. But as far as these seasons go, by all means, those of you that are playing right now, play test it so they can make the changes for season 3. You know what I mean? Okay, mounts. Improve the horse riding experience by improving the overall responsiveness of the mounts. They're also less likely to get stuck on barriers and slow down unexpectedly. That's good. If the balance changes are not good, all the changes won't matter anyway. Very true. Very true. Reduce all the time takes to travel across the sanctuary by increasing the spur duration, which now breaks barricades. Base speed increased by 15%. This does not affect the top speed. Remove the need for players to replace the cursor on the edge of the window for max speed, general speed between improved relativity of the cursor placement. Improve combat and the amount versatility by reducing the ability of cooldowns by 50%. Manual dismount cooldown has been reduced from 10 to 5 seconds. I just don't understand if I do this all the time, right? Because while you're running without the horse, it's like B, right? I think it's B. But then when you get on the horse and B, you jump off the horse. So then I would manually get off the horse and then I would be punished for like 30 seconds or whatever it was. And I was just like, this takes forever. Why? Let me just get back on my horse. I know they're like, well, we don't want people running away when they're trying to get, attacked. But if I run away manually with my guy and then get the horse, what's the difference if I can just get back on the horse and run? But whatever. Improve the combat and mount versatility, reducing ability cooldown by 50%. We read that. Force dismount from the damage cooldown has been reduced from 10 to 4 seconds. And the delay between the dismount combat skill becoming available after mounting Barbarian Bouncing Slam has also been reduced from 10 to 3 seconds. All right, we're going to go over town adjustments in a second. Let me see what you guys are saying. 76 says, probably more burnt out, but I'll like to try again at some point. Embu says, I still haven't played it yet. Still waiting for it to outcome of the CMA. Don't want to buy a game that may not be playable on my country any longer. True. And then on top of that, Embu, it could be coming to Game Pass. What's Behemoth? Hero Siege is also like Diablo, like game, is really good and only $4. What's it called? Hero Siege? Well, remind me. Put a pin in that. We'll look it up and I'll take a look at it after this. Town adjustments. Additional stashes have been added to capital cities near improved vendors or important vendors. Reduce the need to travel to capital cities to adding stashes to all small towns with waypoints. Reduce the need to travel to capital cities by adding Oculus or Occultist, to the Tree of Whisper waypoint. Reduce the need to additional walking. Have to up shop closer to waypoints in several capital cities. Okay. Improve navigation through the sanctuary following character creation by adding 10 waypoints. The list will automatically unlock waypoints for those that skip the campaign. There are 2 waypoints in each region. Note that the players that choose to skip the campaign haven't unlocked these 10 waypoints or at any character will also not be automatically available. UI and UX fixes. Overall, we don't really need to read that stuff. All right. So look, I think they've made quite a few good changes here. Okay. They did make the stash search feature functionality has been added, so that's very nice. Right? So you're looking for something, you can find it. Actually, you know what? We'll do the UI here. Improve item sorting, overall organization by stash, search, and stash filter functionality. Improve streaming functionality by adding streamer mode, which hides sensitive information such as character name or BattleNet users. Improve organization by display item affix tooltips, the more intuitive, and or improve organization by grouping extract aspects with the same legendary powers together to sort in a stash of inventory. Improve the navigation functionality by adding the ability to auto-run when moving into the direction the player constantly moves and direction faced where the cursor is placed. Improve the navigation by adjusting the zoom level of the mini-map. Added an option of hiding the combat text. Improve unique item visibility. Improve the access of screen reader option. And improve the cursor contrast colors options and customization. There you go. This is only the top level list of improvements included in Season of the Blood. To take more in-depth watch the recap of developers. So there's more to add, but these are the top things they've added. And just to go over it, so this is what they've added, right? New features, new Vampire Hunter quest line, 22 new vampiric powers, Blood Harvest seasonal event, new monster types and variants. Quality of life, improved mount navigation, renown rewards now carry over, inventory improvements, and nightmare sigils teleports into dungeons. And then in endgame, you have more XP reach level 100 faster, because majority of the player base was like me. They hit like level 70, 80, and then they just pieced out, right? So now you can fast 40% faster to a level 100. 5 farmable endgame Uber bosses, which is nice. Greater access to the Uber unique via Uber Darrell. And then more world boss plus Legion event spawns. Or Legion event spawns. So there you go. I think they've made good changes. They still haven't made enough changes. But at the same time, this is planned. This is planned like this. This is not because the developers are incompetent in any way, shape, or form. This is 100% the business model of all these live service games. If you made the game perfect at the start, then nothing would happen, right? You would lose interest super fast in the perfect game. So they got to come out with the game having problems in some shapes or forms. They're like, oh, let's do this. Nah, let's slow down. Let's put it in over time. This is exactly planned. This is what all live service games do. Because if you make it perfect, then you'll have nothing to grow or keep people interested. But if you make little changes, you get the community to go, they need to add this. It makes the community feel like their input is being listened to, and then the listen part is being put into the game, and then they put that in the game, and then you're like, oh, see, they're listening to us. It makes people feel better, and then they continue with the game. That's just the way it is. It'll be hard to go back to D4 after playing Last Epoch. I hear Last Epoch's a very, very good game. Steps in the right direction from what I understand. Yeah, it seems like it. It'll be a good stop point between Spider-Man 2 and Last Epoch and Path of Exile 2 for me. That's a lot of game. That's a lot of... Besides Spider-Man, Water, that's a lot of games that you're putting time into. I don't even know where you're finding all the time. Because Starfield is still the main game I play currently. I'm loving Starfield. We're almost done. Actually, we're not almost done. We have about another 21 quests for activities that I know of, and then whatever else is not that I don't know of. Like little missions here and there. $75 last season, that was it. Yeah. It's brutal because everything that you did from 1 or 0 to 79, 80, okay? That's the halfway point of 80 to 100. And you got to do it again, which is just insane. Are we all going somewhere? You're Uber, yeah. Last Epoch, still on beta. Is it really still on beta? The loot filter in Last Epoch is game changer. Orange Chief. They made it slow to get to 100 because there was nothing in the end game. Now they added the end game and made it easier to 100. Right, Dolphin. Because if they put these 5 bosses and then you're doing the stuff and you don't get to end game, people are like, well, no one's playing the end game. No one's fighting the bosses because no one gives a shit to get to the end. Look, I just wanted to be able to take my character, okay, and bring him into the season. I don't want to make another character. I don't. If you out there want to do that every single time, by all means, go ahead. But if you had the option to not do it or do it, do you think the people would do it? I think more people wouldn't do it. Hence why they don't do it. I feel like this is a who's on first, what's on second thing. Well, I have a question about Last Epoch now. Is Last Epoch on... Is it full price or is it cheaper because it's in beta? I think if you get an option, right? I think if you give an option, more people would not do it. $35. Okay. Diablo had its chance with me, but Baldur's Gate has completely taken over. And Baldur's Gate, I've only have 11 hours into it. Absolutely love it. I haven't gone back to it, yo. I haven't gone back to it. I haven't had time. I've been playing Starfield. I'm almost 8 days into Starfield. We played Darktide last night. I had a blast playing Darktide with Sarge. 100 plus hours? Nice. And you're still in Act 1. Still in Act 1, aren't you, T? Yeah, I'm just not that way, right? I'm just not that way, Embu. I mean, I get it. If people want to start from scratch every single time and that's their option and they want to do it, by all means. Like I have no, like yesterday we're playing Dark Tide, right? Take a game like that, or take a game like Division or something where you start a brand new character, you start from 1 and then you level it up because it's a different character, different role, different, fine. But if I'm playing the same character, I don't want to make another barbarian, right? I don't want to make another druid. Okay, I have no problem if I make a new character. If I want to be a necromancer, then yeah, I'll start a new character in the season and then I'll go. But if I want to use my druid, then let me put it in there, because there's a difference between the season and like the battle pass, right? Like I still earned my level, right? I still put in 100 and something hours to get to where I was. Not be able to use that character in the season literally gives me no motivation to go play the game. Because how many times did I make another character when we played Lost Ark? Lost Ark didn't ask me to, didn't force me to make a new character, but I was having so much fun with the character, and then I would use the little sigil or whatever it was, where I would level up another character up to a certain point, and then I would go through it. At this point, you can't say it because of the leaderboards. They said that there's going to be another activity for that. Here's the thing, though, with the leaderboards. If I want to be a part of the leaderboards, then let me choose to be a part of the leaderboards. It shouldn't be automatic. I want to be a part of the leaderboards. You know what I'm saying, Roic? Like that was my biggest concern, right? If people want to do the leaderboards, they'll do the leaderboards. But if you don't have no interest in the leaderboards, then let me just take the character that I have in the you know, the open realm or the eternal realm, and let me do what I want with that character. I think it's a trick designed to make them feel as they're more content than it actually is. Yeah, I don't know. Right, and that's my biggest thing. And the people that push back on that, they're like, well, no, this is just the way it is. And it's like, but why? This is the same thing that I always love, that obviously it's a completely different conversation, but like Dark Souls, putting a difficulty level in it, right? If they put an easier mode in, people are like, no, it doesn't need an easier mode. It's like, but how does me playing a single player game affect you? Like, if I want to opt into the harder difficulty, let me opt in. It's like this, you still have the achievement. Like, if you play Dark Souls on the insane level and you beat it, cool, you beat it. And if someone played that game and it was on a easier level, then cool, they beat it. How does that person affect you if they have the option to pick it? I feel like if the people had the option, right? If they had the option to fight the boss and they couldn't beat the boss, they would lower it because they don't trust themselves. And that to me is just ridiculous, because play the game how you want. Now, obviously, it's a design choice. They want to make it hard, so it's hard. But in a game like this, it's a design choice to make the leaderboards. Let me opt in for the leaderboard if I want to be a part of the leaderboard. Yeah, I think they should just make it where the battle pass can be earned in the Eternal Realm, because the season content doesn't really have anything to do with the main story. That's what I'm saying, Eclipse. I think they will get there, but it won't be until next year. And when I say next year, I don't mean season 3. I mean like season 4 or 5. And then everyone will be like, see? This is what it should have been like at the start. Exactly. Hardcore you choose, right? Can you imagine this? If hardcore wasn't a choice and everyone's character was hardcore, how many people wouldn't play the game if they had to? It was forced upon them to do hardcore. Everyone would play it until they died. Everyone would play it until they died the first time. They're like, nope, I'm out. I just spent 40 hours. I spent 100 hours. I spent 10 minutes. No one would play it after they've died the first time. They'd be like, oh, this seems pretty cool. What? Wait, I'm dead? Right? It just needs to be an option. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you choose hardcore, you're expecting hardcore. And if you die in hardcore, you're not, like, shocked. Right? Unless you got cheese killed by DC. Andrew says pass. Pass. All right, the next third topic today is cancel Hyena game was Sega's biggest budget game ever, it's claimed. And Hollywood director Neil Blomkamp reportedly provided story direction. Okay, so a new alleged details in the development of Sega's creative assemble canceled live service shooter Hyenas have been published, included claims that the Sega's biggest budget game ever before the company pulling the plug. Now, the Japanese publisher announced last week that it was canceling its multiplayer shooter and more unannounced titles under development in Europe's following the last 6 years of development of the project. Now, developer Creative Assembly has suggested the game was canceled due to ambitious plans of high consumption of multiplayer shooter. Now, however, the new video published by Total War YouTuber Voloud collaborated with VGC's own sources, featuring claims from the anonymous developers that lack direction, disruptive engine change, and overly cautious design contribute to the downfall. Now, VGC was also asked in Sega for comment in the story. So once the anonymous developer wrote, so what went wrong? Total lack of direction. Many of the leadership asleep with the wheel of the leadership asleep at the wheel, was asleep at the wheel, but they never seemed to lose their jobs. An engine change partway through in the process, attempting to break into saturated market and not committing to do anything adventurous with the game. Now, Hyena's Project Keaton, as it's known then, was greenlit after a critical success but commercial disappointment of Alien Isolation, following which his Creative Assembly console team delivered a work-for-hire project of Halo 2, and which also claimed to have sold modestly. Now, CA's management wanted to create a console game with a broader commercial potential, with Destiny, Escape from Tarkov, and PUBG cited as inspiration. The game was a PvPvE, player versus environment shooter with support of up to 15 players in teams of 3. The goal of the players was to break into vaults, spread across the map, battling AI enemies, as well as other teams, looting merch and escaping the ship alive. Okay. Quote, in earlier days, Hyena aimed for a lovable rogue vibe, surviving as a messed up world controlled by elite, channeling Han Solo a little bit of Firefly, or for a good measure. One anonymous developer told Voloud that he sounded intriguing, but the details were vague. Earth was in ruins. It was rich and had everything. Steel to survive, gritty sci-fi setting, and a touch of NASA. The game was originally planned to use the Alien Isolation engine, but due to the frustration with the tools, it was decided that the game would switch to Unreal Engine, which required a portion of the team to be temporarily moved to work on Total War. 2019, before Hyenas had been announced, Creative Assemble's Twitter account posted a photo of a Hollywood director visiting the office. According to the sources, District 9 and Elysium director was a big fan of Alien Isolation, and his trip of the studio was more than a social visit. It was the actual providing feedback of the game's overall direction. Quote, he comes to visit the studio and he's shown that we're up to. The source said that he was also some ideas, direction to take it in. Basically, you're not stealing to survive, but Netflix / Steam / etc. doesn't exist anymore. DVD box sets, music, games, and physical media is now super valuable. Okay. It says this match is synopsis of the game is eventually announced, which had players raiding huge plunder ships on their way from Earth carrying valuable pop culture relics such as old VHS tapes and vinyl records. He says, quote, he also had the idea of inserting a lot of internet humor and stuff. The anonymous developer continued. He was even made the mood video to show what it was thinking of the honest after the period of WTF, what are we doing here, as the real shot of the arm had the direction of the project often felt utterly rudderless. At some point, Creative Assembly parted ways with Hyenas and eventually announced during a live stream in June of 2022. However, this was still uncertain around the game's direction and even its business model. Hyenas was initially announced for console and PC. However, a year later, in summer of 2023, Sega Exclusive publicly called Hyenas development challenging and stated that it would look to adjust the game's business model, possibly to free-to-play. So after multiple closed alpha tests for the game, sources claim that Sega wasn't happy with the progress of the title, which Japan providing more scrutiny over the project in recent months. Sources also confirmed that the Hyena was originally planned as a premium game. By the time it was canceled and transitioned to a free-to-play model with microtransactions, though every time limited post-release support actually had been designed. Hyenas is also believed to have one of the super games Sega often referred to as financial results, ambitious big budget titles, and hoped it would pay off with a big sale in the future. Now, Sega claimed that in November of 2021 that it would also consider investing $100 billion, which is $882 million over 5 years to achieve a super game ambition, which also covered the development of the multiple projects. Now, although it's not public knowledge how much Sega invested into Hyenas, former developer told VGC that they believed it was the company's biggest budget ever for a game, beating the 1999, which also once claimed it also cost around $70 million. Now, quote, I forgot to mention that Hyenas was Sega's biggest budget game ever. An anonymous developer was told. So Hyenas, let me see. You know what? I totally forgot what this game was. I'll be honest. Right? This is let's watch this.
Video that only someone at CA can know. For the dev that gives an
Do they show gameplay at all? Oh no, this is the video. Never mind. This is the video of the guy talking about who we just read the article for. So I'll be honest. I'm okay with this game not coming out. I'm okay with this game not coming out. You know why? Because it just would have been one more game that was here we'll put this up here. So it would have been just one more game in the plethora of games that no one gives a shit about. Okay? That's what it would have been. It would have been another one of these, right? Tarkov was a good game, and now all of a sudden everyone wants to play Tarkov. And then Call of Duty puts in Tarkov, and then Battlefield puts in Tarkov, and then insert game here where they make it like Tarkov, and then a brand new game comes out like Tarkov, and then this game comes in like Tarkov. You know what I mean? It's just a weird. I hate the trend that comes around, right? Because no one has an original bone in their body, and when someone does have an original bone in their body, everyone has to copy it because they got to get into that market, right? So Sega being Sega, yeah. I still go back to play Monster Hunter Warfighter. It's also one of the best shooters out there. Guns had different feelings, like weight, and 50 cal actually killed in one shot normal mode. Embu says, I asked if they're taking pages out of the 343 book, but I guess it's more accurate to say 343 copied them. Right. I didn't find the game to be that good the couple of times I played the alpha and beta. It just didn't have a great identity. But a lot of these games don't have identities anymore. You know? Bungie makes Tarkov. Yeah, their Marathon is Tarkov, right? Right? They're all just the same. They're all just trying to get in. What's the latest, greatest game? It's like, someone could wear a pair of blue jeans, and then somebody else wears the same pair of blue jeans. Same exact pair, okay? But one person is more famous than the other person, and then all of a sudden people want to wear the pair of blue jeans that this guy's wearing, not what the other guy's wearing, even though they're wearing the exact same pants, right? And now everyone wants the pair of blue jeans just because that's the new hip, hot, latest, greatest thing, okay? And that's the way these games work, right? These games work Remember that era? And I know I'm asking if you remember. It's only a couple of years ago, right? So when PUBG hit, okay, when PUBG hit and it exploded on the scene, it was the #1 game, and then Fortnite came out, and Fortnite wasn't anything like a battle royale. All of a sudden, they're like, wait a minute, they're using our engine. Let's use our engine, and let's make a game. Let's compete. And they competed. And then Cliff Bleszinski came out and made the Realm Royale. I think it was called Realm Royale. And then there was so many other battle royale games that literally just got thrown into the market. They're like, yeah, we could do this in super fast time. And it was mind-boggling to me how fast battle royale games were being tossed up and pushed and just shoved out. Right? Games take a long time to make, right? But meanwhile, they were turning around these battle royale games super fast just so they could get their hands on a bunch of stuff. Right? I lost count the amount of battle royale games that came out. Then they tried to make renditions of battle royale, right? Where it wasn't just this battle royale. It was then Apex Legends came out, and then Hyenas is going to come out, and then there's the other one that. What was the other one that we played? A couple of we tried it out months ago. The developers of Dice that left Dice started their own company. That game show one. God, I forget what the name of it is. Okay, they all just go for the same exact thing. Call of Duty now has a battle royale mode. Battlefield wanted a battle royale mode. Just everyone. Now then they started putting battle royale modes in games that didn't even need battle royale modes. The word battle royale is now in Tetris, for God's sakes. Yeah, Forza Horizon has a battle royale mode, right? It's so ridiculous. They're like, this is the hot, latest, greatest thing. Exactly, Dolphin. Like, you know what this Star Wars game needs? You know what would get everyone to come back? Battle royale. And what boggles my mind is that the way they talk about these games is if you're playing Call of Duty right now and you're playing the battle royale in Call of Duty, they're liking that game. They're loving that game. So why would they leave Call of Duty to go play another battle royale? They wouldn't. If they're there because they like that game, and then this game is trying to copy that game, why would I go to that game that's doing exactly what this game is doing? The new F-Zero 99 making his battle royale too. Yeah. Steam got the RoboCop game demo. Oh, that's right. I posted it in our Discord. The demo's 50 gigabytes? Jesus. No, in the battle royale Tetris, you 100 people all play the same game, and whoever can make the points the fastest, people get eliminated. That's it. You're competing against 100 other people or 99 other people or whatever it is. Yeah, the demo's out, Water. It's on Steam. Yeah, you're just playing Tetris, but you got a timer against other people. The other people that you're playing is the timer. Excuse me. Let's see if I can. Download RoboCop Rogue City demo. Let me see if I can download it. 49.2 gigs. See how fast it goes. We're gonna download it. We're gonna download it and see. We're gonna play it here. We're gonna play it on stream. If you're gonna play it, I'll just live through you. Right now, we're about 10% through. So, yeah, just all these games, man. Hyena. I can't remember half the games. I can't remember half the games. And most of these games, they're just, chasing the trend, and they honestly don't care if it's a good game or a bad game. If they put it out there, and if it gets a little bit of a following, then they pretend they care. But they're trying to do the bare minimum as possible, get it out there, and then, right? And then if you are interested in it, then they'll support it, but not fully. They'll slowly progress it over time. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Is there a did anyone play the demo yet for RoboCop? Is it how long is the demo? Is it just one mission? Demos are so a necessity nowadays. This is why I think a lot of people like Game Pass, because the full game's there and you can play it, and if it's a shit game, you just stop playing it. Demos are they need to make a huge comeback. How many of you used to buy the magazines with the disc in the back just so you could try a game out? You didn't give a shit about the magazine. Like, I'll read it on the toilet, but demo disc. $50 gigs, that's a huge one level. I mean, I'm assuming you download the whole game. I would assume, right, Water? Right, I've seen RoboCop game, looks dope. Looks like Fallout in RoboCop universe, and I'm down for that. I hear it's supposed to be really good. We watched a couple videos on it. A couple reviews, early access, and people were talking good about it. I still have the PlayStation 2 demo disc. I have where it is right now. I have a couple of discs. Let's see what I got in my binder here. Nope, I don't have any of the discs on me. I still have this disc. This is a good old game here. Check it out. This is a classic, man. I love me some original Xbox. I had that thing for PlayStation as well. Hey, the demo disc was the best part. No one cared about the reading of the magazine. That was after the fact. After you play the demo disc, you would rip it open, take the disc out, put the disc in, play the disc over and over, and then you're like, I gotta take a shit. Where's that magazine at? That was it. Before cell phones, people. Those are the days that when you made a game, you sold the game. That's right. And when you made a game and sold a game, if the game was broke and buggy, all they did was make the last level super hard that you couldn't pass, so you wouldn't get to that broken section. That's what would have happened. They're like, yeah, this is we can't finish this. All right, just make it impossible to get past this level. I got game guides just for reading material. I don't think I've ever bought. The only strategy guide that I ever like got was for like really, really big games, right? Like, because I would always play a game first, right? Try to go as much as possible. I think it was like Skyrim. I think it was the last one I bought back in the day, right? I don't even think it was Skyrim. I'll be honest. I'm trying to think of another game. But anyway, you would get the game like strategy guide or whatever, and I would play the complete game, complete with no help whatsoever. Then I would try to go back and do everything else, and then when I was down to like you have like 5 left, you're like, I'm gonna open up the book and see if I can find it. Right? Well, not find it, but and complete it because you wanted that achievement, right? You wanted that not achievement like on achievement, but just a completionist type of thing. You want to get everything done. All right, we're at 50% right now. RoboCop and 50%. Heck, when I was younger, I used to work at the game store, and from the devs teams, it could come in and give you a demo disc to give to customers, and that's how I had my first experience with God. With God or God of War? Like, holy shit, God came in? Nintendo Power and tips and tricks. Times were tough. God was coming to game stores and handing out handing out demo discs. No, it's good, Rose. It was just funny. You're like, that's my gave me a demo disc. That's how I first experienced God. Yeah, I have like 450 450 and then 20 a download, and I have 25 gig upload. I think I'll be 90 and still playing Skyrim. Of course you will, because at that time, Tyler, you'll be 90 years old, and they will have the augmented reality Skyrim edition where you're in your hospital bed and they just jab it in the back of your neck like the Matrix, and you'll just be laying in bed. Instead of hitting the morphine button, you'll be having a controller and you'll just be smashing the button like this. It'll be like the new Final Fantasy game where you're just smashing the one button and you think it's morphine, but it's actually you're fighting inside the realm of Skyrim. I used to work at GameStop 20 years ago. We could play the games before they actually released to the public, as long as they were you were a great employee and did your job well. Or be a shitty employee and then take that and sell on the black market or give it to your friend. I have something to look forward to. That's right. Right. Let me RoboCop Rogue City. Let me make a gotta make a thumbnail for this. I never worked in a game store. Arcade, yes. Game store, no. Why are you not going? There we go. What just happened? There we go. On the fly, people. Ooh, Electronic Boutique. Yeah. What it was back in the day. Remember when you would walk by the in the mall and they had those CRTVs that were in those cabinets by the window? And you would walk by and you're holding your mom's hand. As you walk by, you like just stop and you put your hands up on the window and you're like, you just stare at the shitty graphic game and you're like, that's the best looking game I've ever seen in my entire life. Remember those days? Like you're like breathing on the window, looking at the. Remember when you used to go to GameStop? They actually had PC games there, and EB Games. Not GameStop, EB and whatever and whatnot. Did you guys hear that they're bringing back Toys R Us again? Toys R Us went bankrupt in 2017, and now they're coming back. Let's see where the download is. Ooh, 97%. 97%. Yeah, exactly, Water. Mom, if I get all A's, can I get this game? I don't even know if this is gonna run while we're streaming, but we're gonna try. Give me 1 second. Music, baby. Can you feel it? I'm gonna be all like jittery here because of the camera and whatnot. So let's go with. I'm gonna shut that off. All right. Make sure. And probably what we'll do, because this is literally on the whim here. I wasn't going to do this, but that's what we're going to do. I might have to get, let's see, video, field, go to text. Let's take this down to. So what we'll do is, obviously this is a long 2-hour stream. What I'm going to do is we're going to keep it going, and then I'll just break this off, and we'll make this a separate upload for people. So we're checking out RoboCop Rogue City demo. This is a demo. And let's see what we can do. Main campaign, huh? Normal. It might be a little stuttery. We might have to change the graphics a little bit. That's why I don't play a lot of games on the PC while I'm streaming. Come on, Soups.
You give us 3 minutes, and we give you the world.
If you're here live,
I'm
get to watch the
Casey
demo.
A
If you're not here live, people just think we're talking about the
over
news.
3 years ago has suddenly reappeared in the Baltic Sea. Confused seamen mistakenly opened fire on the last Lapland reservation, killing 12. Thankfully, our homesick sailors are back on U.S. soil. Welcome back, boys. In local news, a new crime wave that is sweeping Detroit has already claimed the lives of 21 police officers. Here's a statement from the head of OCP, Omni Consumer Products, that's funding and running the Detroit Police Department.
Old Detroit has a cancer, and that cancer is crime. It must be cut out, and OCP holds the scalpel.
According to our sources, the attacks were aimed at catching the attention of a man whose identity remains unknown. This dangerous new guy in town seems to have his eye on doing business in old Detroit.
Your filthy hands off me.
I'm sorry. There seems to be a
disturbance? I'm a big fan. Now move! Don't adjust your television sets. Your regularly scheduled program will be back shortly. Now, this message goes out to the new guy in town. It seems that you're looking to spend some money in this great city of ours. I'm here to tell you that the Torchheads are open for business.
Nice hairdo.
You may have heard of us as the #1 supplier of nuke in old Detroit. The most potent, addictive drug available in front of every convenience store, school, or library near you. But that's not all we're capable of.
Is that his hand? Is that dirty? Or
Let's get you up here.
is that a tattoo?
We'll get Officer Howard to illustrate the point. You see, Officer Howard made a drug bust that cost us a lot of money. We want to reward this dutiful officer with a performance bonus. A lifetime supply of nuke. Oh man, you're gonna have the time of your life. There you go. Enjoy. New guy. Us Torchheads are more than capable of doing whatever you need done in our city. So what is it, huh? Arson, smuggling, drug dealing,
I like his shirt
good
says
old-fashioned
winners do
murder.
drugs.
We do it all. You've got the money. We've got the power. So let's talk.
To answer your question, I have a 3060 RTX 3060 graphics card. I have an i7. It's 3600 i7. And I have 32 gig of RAM. I don't think it is a full price game. Is it $60? I don't know.
Good to see you, Murphy. Lieutenant's at the main entrance to the TV station.
We might have to lower it. We might have to lower it. One more thing, just to get a smooth.
The ground's shaking. Judgment Day is here.
I mean, graphically, I'm on medium right now, and it looks really good.
Hey, handsome, we're here for the show.
They came out of the trucks and they just started shooting at anything that moved.
I can see your lady is still quite shaken up.
I wouldn't bother. I already ran the plates.
You should know by now when it comes to evidence, we're hoarders. If it keeps on like this,
I just want to do this to show you what the game is, you know? We're getting a couple of hitching problems. I don't think that's the game, though. I think that's me.
We can't wait any longer.
It looks good.
Those
It looks good.
maniacs have a ton of hostages. But sir, roger that. Over and out.
What is the situation?
Goddamn OCP tells us to stand down till SWAT arrives. That's our situation.
Looks like I'm on the way out.
Not so fast, buddy. Who do you think is gonna clean up this place? I'm not letting you off that easily.
You sound just like my wife.
If that's the case, let's get you patched up. We wouldn't want to get on her bad side. Press here. Medic!
Let's all hold his hand.
There you are, partner.
Lewis?
The hell is going on up there?
I feel like I'm 10 years old again. Now I get to operate them.
Sorry, dude. The police want us to release the hostages. So no hard feelings.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Hey, you can't go in yet. We need
shut
to wait
up.
for the reinforcements.
Reinforcements have arrived.
I knew you'd say something like that.
We need to find another way. It is too dangerous to cross.
For me. But you can take the heat. Go, I'll figure something out. Besides, you could do with a head start. Go on.
Oh, I love the 80s humor as well. Is your crush returning on the partner? Damn right it is.
Is it gold?
It was taken off someone famous. Just look at him. He looks kind of familiar.
Guys, we've got company. Anyone expecting a silver freak?
Oh, here it comes.
Drop it, scum.
Oh, we're gonna have to lower. We're gonna have to lower the thing. Oh my God. Yeah, hold on a second. It's the frame rate. The frame rate is just shit. I want to see it. Oh, yeah, the bullets disappear. Okay. Oh. Jesus. I really don't need to pick up any weapons, to be honest with you. Change the oh, this is him running. I blew off his arm. I blew off his leg. I'm sorry. I love it. Hold on one second. What is the got a whole skill combat tree here? Looks like you can upgrade your gun. Okay. Restart from checkpoint. Load tutorial. Controls. Heal is H. Night vision V. Mouse button. Ability dash. Ability shockwave C. Ability slow motion Z. Ability shield.
Warning. All personnel. Immediately.
Oh, I'm out of heals. I see. So I heal. So how do I replenish that?
Immediately.
I think it's November.
Warning. All personnel, leave immediately. Warning.
Worried about the weight limit?
She's just got one-liners left and right.
Here.
We need to get these elevators back online. The service box is in the basement.
Let me.
I doubt you had time between all the heroics, but I got a key card from the janitor. It's good to do some real street work from time to time, you know? After you.
Oh, I wanted to smash the door open.
They sabotaged the elevators and staircase too. They obviously don't want to be
Prime evidence.
That graffiti is fresh.
I bet some of those idiots are still here.
RoboCop! I'm smelling a...
Any more tricks up your sleeve?
I will keep them coming.
What a warm welcome, don't you think?
That dude. Oh, I thought the dude fell through the floor, but there's stairs here. Oops, sorry, Lois. He does have a melee. Here, I'll walk in with you, buddy.
Almost there.
That is excellent. That is excellent.
Expect such a big crowd.
Tell you what, if you're in a rush to play this game, you're rushing the game. You're not going to play it. Dude, it's so... Here's the one... I don't think this is a problem. But why would I pick up an Uzi when you're using the gun that he's known for? You know what I mean? Here, let's pick this up.
I am detecting a short circuit. We need to isolate the cables.
I think I've got something just for that.
You'll take the gum out of her mouth. For God's sakes.
very resourceful.
Thanks, but I'd say it was a team effort.
I think it's because she watches MacGyver.
They're holding everyone in the studio. It's on the 30th floor. Huh?
So, our friends in blue finally decided to join our glamorous show. I'm afraid you're too late for my autograph. Chopper's
That's what
ready.
tells you, Big T?
I've got to go.
Out of all the stuff we've seen, it's the gum.
Party goes on. Guys, make sure you provide all our guests with a decent amount of amusement, so don't skimp on the nuke. See ya.
What a freaking psycho. We need to be quick before they kill anyone else. I know that look, Murphy. You saw something, didn't you?
We are here to enforce the law, Lewis. Let us stay focused.
Right. Just keep in mind that I'm here if you need me, partner.
Slime bags detected.
Just look at that, boys! The police dog and its bitch!
Not sure which one is which.
You're gonna take that
the,
back.
I love the humor. Oh, I see. You can throw shit at people.
Come get some.
Oh.
Nice and easy.
Like, why would I want to use this? This doesn't feel like RoboCop, and then I'm out of bullets. I guess they do more damage. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, I gotta test it out. No, it won't let me walk out. This is a violation of cable management. This person needs to suffer. Yeah, this just feels better. Oh yeah, this is immersion breaking right here. Oh, fucking tiles. This is the end. This is the end of the map. Those are tough fucking post-it notes, let me tell you. They don't make post-it notes like that anymore. Don't worry. We're not on a cleanup crew. Get out of here.
Almost there.
It's your fault they'll die!
Hostage situation. When you face criminals, you have to take hostage. You have to only a few seconds to eliminate the threat to protect the innocent. Use the extraordinary reflexes to meet this challenge. Okay.
Thank God you've come. This lady really needs to see a doctor.
Murphy, these people need help. Why don't you go ahead? I'll stay with them.
Right.
This is Lewis. We have rescued 3 hostages, one with a gunshot wound to the abdomen. Requesting urgent medical assistance. Over.
Head, punk. Yeah, they did a good job. Gotta make sure I don't miss anything. This is how my brain works, right? I'm playing a demo. I'm like, I gotta find everything on the board. Can't leave anything behind. So 3 shots to the head with that guy with the mask on. Dude, let me tell you, it's brutal. Right? It's brutal. When you shoot someone in the head, man, it's so satisfying. What the hell's happening over there? I stuck on it. How's that guy still standing? I shot that dude in the dick. So you can, yeah, you can literally knock off all the appendages. What the fuck just happened?
Darling, could you get the napkins from the cupboard?
Sure thing, Mom. What are we having?
It's a surprise.
Oh, this is good.
Little man, have you washed
This
your
is
hands?
good.
Do I really have to? I
He's
wasn't
having
playing in the dirt.
flashbacks of his life because of the sound stage. Looks like his home.
Of course you do. No more discussion.
Darn. What about Dad? Is he gonna
Because
be
I've been
back
playing
for dinner?
Starfield for so long, I want to pick up this magazine. Does it give me any kind of bonus? Yeah.
Alex, what do you think about the color of this dress? I'm not sure if I like the pattern.
That's not a
James
glitch in the
really
game.
looks
This
up
is
to
just,
you.
he's
He
freaking
said
out
in school
mentally
that
in
he
his
wants
brain
to
right
be a
now.
Police officer, just like his dad.
We cannot let him pass! Kill the hostages! sudden moves, cop! I'm not dying here! Get me another one of those choppers, like the one that took Soot! You hear me?
You work so hard, honey. Why don't you take some leave? We all could use a little break from this reality, don't you think?
Wakey, wakey! I'm talking to you, Shiny! Stand back from that door, or I'll shoot her! I swear to nuke!
I don't know what I would do if I ever lost you.
You got 3 seconds! 3!
Our family is the only thing I need to be happy.
2! Are you fucking deaf?
Promise me, we will stay like this forever.
1! Last chance, weirdo!
I love you so much, Alice. You okay there, Murphy?
What does it want? Get it away from me!
I am sorry.
Can't you see? It's unstable!
Ma'am, please, calm down. It's been a very tough evening, and I assure you that everyone wants to be back home with their families. Though for some of us, the night has just begun.
I like it. I like it. This is why I like demos, man. For better or for worse, you get to play a game and feel like if you like it or not, and it sells you on it. You know what I mean?
I can pay my bail now. Cash? No problem. Do you take singles?
Get back in line.
They're here.
I love it.
Good job, Murphy.
I think you're forgetting someone.
Officer Lewis, you were remarkable.
Soot ran off with his tail between his legs.
Would have been nice if we caught him, though.
All right, all right. Are you done with this circle jerk, huh?
I love
Good.
it.
We've got a problem.
This is a niche, though, man.
The malfunction caught on camera provokes a question. Can we put our safety into the hands of a machine, especially one as unreliable as Robocop? We asked Max Becker, the head of security concepts at OCP.
Now quiet!
We would never put a defective product on the streets. That's not what we do.
We all saw it hesitate in a life and death situation. Why? Does it really know right from wrong?
Listen, I would trust this guy with my kids. I mean, if I had it. This was just an isolated glitch. Thank you.
Mr. Becker, I've got more questions.
I just want to snap her little neck. But she's got a point.
No. No, T, this takes place between 2 and 3.
This was not an isolated incident. It's a pattern. A pattern that the old man wants examined and fixed. Time to see what's hiding in that metal head of yours.
We know what's in Murphy's head. It's what's in yours that worries us.
Push me, and you might just find out. You, follow me.
Everyone is dismissed. And Lewis, I need your report on the TV station incident. On the double.
On it, Sarge.
Breaking news.
God damn it, when will this be fixed? Don't hold your breath. OCP isn't looking to spend a dime on our equipment.
Locked and loaded.
There's my favorite walking, talking law enforcement machine.
Okay, let's get on with it.
Why don't you take a seat for me?
This is where you level up.
That's a nasty scar. I'd like to see the other guy. Am I right?
You do not. Trust me.
Don't mind me. I'll just get this off.
So, here's the deal, Robo. The old man is not happy with your performance. Instead of sending you to the scrapyard, as I suggested, he wants to fix you. Hey, pretty boy. You sure know how to make an impression on the ladies.
Doesn't it hurt him?
Hurt? Lady, he's a machine. He's legally dead. We can do whatever we want with him.
No, madam. It does not hurt me physically.
So we're going to equip
Mentally.
you with a little monitoring chip. It will do a real-time check of your systems so we can get to the bottom of what the hell is wrong with you. From now on, your performance will be monitored and graded. So better be on your best behavior, huh?
The chip is in. Let's see what we have here.
Main objective complete. Second objective. TV station secret found. 500. Total rating, an A. I like the way they did this as well. Okay, each time you achieve a new level, you receive a skill point that you can be used in developing your skills. Developing skills allow you to increase efficiency, obtain perks, unlock favorable dialogue options. Press K to open up the skill screen, okay? Let's see. Combat. Combat, 0% weapon damage. Stuns nearby enemies for a short time. A successful punch, connected enemy reloads, or all carried weapons. Interesting. So when you hit here, here, and here, that's the things that do here. Armor. Produce and receive damage by 80% for a short time. I mean, right now, you can use the boxes to recover up to 50% of your health. Okay? Engineering. Dash allows you to ram into enemies for quickly escape danger. Focus. Your reflexes allow you to see the environment in slow motion for a short time. Let you hit enemies behind cover by bouncing off certain spots. Deduction. Scanning lets you do more often detect helpful information such as safety combinations or discover hidden objects or rooms. Double earn public trust points. Interesting. I think combat stuns nearby enemies for a short time. Bonus weapon damage. And let's go with okay.
Well, I can already see some unwanted activity in your hippocampus. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Other than that, everything seems to be installed correctly. To be sure, let's make a simple test to check that all circuits are in order. What are your prime directives?
Serve the public trust. Protect the innocent. Uphold the law.
Okay, nothing disturbed. However, like with any new upgrade, I recommend visiting the range to check if you need calibration.
Is that everything?
Actually, no. Doctor?
Oh, yes, sorry. My name is Dr. Olivia Blanche. I'm a police psychologist. I specialize in dealing with police officers suffering from emotional trauma.
Not here.
Emotional trauma? Might as well talk to the microwave. It hasn't been working properly either.
OCP wanted to see if you'd be willing to have a talk with me as part of your evaluation. I noticed that a great deal of care has been put into making sure that your mechanical components work. However, one aspect of your composition that has been severely neglected is your human side, your brain.
I agree. If it was up to me, I'd remove it altogether. What do you think, Doctor? Would save us a lot of hassle.
I don't mind the hassle. So what do you say, officer? Is that possibly something that could be of interest to you?
I am not sure.
Robo, Reed wants everyone in the briefing room in 5. It's about the new guy.
Excuse me, Dr. Blanche, but I am needed elsewhere.
But we...
Well, can't say we didn't try. Everyone get back to whatever the fuck you usually do around here.
Man, I tell you, it was crazy in that TV station.
Good job you had Murphy in with you.
You bet. Without him, we'd all be goners.
Supposed to go somewhere?
Murphy, I heard you're scheduled for calibration. Step right up and press the button when you're ready. 50 points is what OCP calls a passing grade. Shouldn't be a problem to you. That's 50, unless you want to try to break the record. Good job. I'll let the eggheads know that you're good to go. See you in the briefing room.
Okay. Pretty big building. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can I get in the car and drive? Can I get in the car and drive? Dude, I want to be a beat cop. Run around as RoboCop driving around the city.
Oh man, no, I just can't do it. There is no
So,
way.
what's on today's
Murphy,
agenda?
Can you give me a
agenda
hand?
is that you sit your ass down. It's no secret that crime has been on the rise ever since what the media has named the new guy in town showed up in the city. The word on the street is that he wants to spend a lot of money in old Detroit, and that has made every gang in the city start advertising their services. We need to find him before things get out of control.
Where do we look?
Our best bet is to see if he made contact with the torch heads. Robo, I want you to start by checking the arcade downtown. It's become a high-activity area for punks.
Understood.
Everyone else, keep your eyes open. Any questions?
Any word on Briggs?
What happened to Briggs?
He's been missing since yesterday.
Shit.
Officer Briggs remains missing. That's over 24 hours since he's been in contact with anyone here.
Are the two cases connected?
No reason to assume so. But if anyone finds Briggs' informant, we might learn something new. All right, now get out there.
You go ahead, partner. I need to write this report, and there's something else I need to do first.
Okay. Yeah, and mind you, I'm also on lower settings too, Rose.
Cruiser's ready for you, Robo. Go get him.
Please tell me I get to drive. Please tell me there's an open world in this. I get to drive around and go to crimes. I like knowing nothing about a game and then just being surprised. Okay, it's just going to take you to the actual thing. Yeah, it's chugging along right now because of the...
You came to clean up this city, didn't
No, so you can't drive, so it just takes you to certain
easier
places.
to burn it all to the ground. Believe me, just burn it all.
It won't let me punch the dude. Is that a cat or a monkey? Look at the way that paw is moving. Oh, are you going home for the night?
Could you please keep the noise down? You're scaring off my customers.
Can't hear you. Music's too loud.
Good evening. Are those two men bothering you?
First, they harass my customers. Then they threaten to burn down my shop.
That's
You need to
Asian
do
Stan
something
Lee.
about it, officer.
What do you want, cop? Can't we have a little bit of fun? We did nothing wrong.
I can help you turn off your radio. There's also nothing wrong with breaking criminal bones. The music is too loud.
The music is too loud. My sound sensor measures 126 decibels. You are damaging your ears as we speak.
Oh, man. Don't talk to me like that. I don't understand numbers.
Okay, I can help you turn off the radio.
Your volume control seems to be broken.
Leave it! That's brand new! I've only stole...
Thanks, officer.
You're welcome.
It's getting colder, and now we don't have anything for the fire.
How was I supposed to know someone would steal our old tires?
Interesting.
Hey, Robo, can you help me out here?
Be a man, pig. Why make such a big deal?
How can I assist you, officer?
I'm trying to catch this one shifty dealer. This guy steals nuke from other pushers to sell it at half price. This dopehead buys from him but won't tell me his whereabouts.
I don't know any dealer.
Oh, you will know.
You were carrying for 3 different pushers, so you either like to walk for miles to buy nuke, or you appreciate a discount.
Don't take it out on me because the guy broke your nose?
As you can see, he doesn't want to cooperate.
I'll make him cooperate.
Do not worry. According to my directives, there are several ways to convince him to cooperate.
I
ain't gonna let it reprogram my brain. We can talk, but don't let it drill into my head, okay? The guy's name's Maurice, but I don't know where to find him. I always arrange a place over a payphone. I'll give you the number.
Let's hope it works. The dealer knows where the others hide their stash. We could collect Nuke from the whole neighborhood if we get to him.
I will take care of it.
But you need to find a payphone first. Try near the supermarket. I think at least one of them hasn't been smashed by vandals yet.
I like this. This is good. This is good. Booth is out of order. We're gonna have to find another booth.
Nice shiny armor, officer. Wanna be my knight?
I wish I could say something to her.
At least it ain't raining.
I mean, this will run much smoother on my when I'm not streaming, or if I got this for console. This is definitely selling me. I'm really interested in this game now. Like, yeah, baby, want to polish my pistol?
Oh, I'm telling you, officer, dumpsters are like a bag of candies. You never know what you're gonna get.
What?
Is this Maurice?
Listen, man, I'm really swamped with the laundry right now, so make it quick.
I would like to try Nuke.
Could you advise me how a person who would like to try Nuke should go about it?
You're hoping to get your first bag for free? No way! I'm selling at half price anyway! But wait, your voice. You sound like...
A future happy customer.
Fucking RoboCop! You wanna bust me? Why don't you do a better job of finding guys who vandalize phone booths? I'm losing customers because they can't find working payphone in this goddamn... What the fuck is it this time?
Anybody home? Don't hide, Maurice. It's just a friendly visit. You like to do laundry? You should try working at the laundromat instead of violating the basic rules.
RoboCop, you have to help me! The back of the red building by the supermarket, apartment 6. There's some guys here. I think they mean business. Hurry!
This criminal's fucking moron. He's breaking the rules, but he wants me to help him. Help! I'm a criminal. I'm being robbed. You gotta help me.
I hear footsteps. If someone starts shooting again, make sure the kids hide under the bed.
Knock, knock. Is anybody home? Yeah, you get to scan stuff and be like, you know. I mean, it's basic stuff, but it's so good because it fits the, you know what I mean? It just fits. I like being RoboCop, man. Great. What am I missing? Hold on. I'm missing something. What am I missing here? What am I missing here? It wants me. Here, investigate. Oh, right here. There's a couple things that, like, it feels stiff, but it's RoboCop. You know what I mean?
I'll never touch your stuff again. I swear.
That's not why we're here.
So what do you want? The money? I have your money.
You only have half of it, and that's the problem.
You're selling our product at half price. That makes my customers complain about my prices.
It ain't nice, Maurice.
Maybe you think that building a customer base by selling your product under its manufacturing cost is a good idea.
Yeah.
Under what?
But it's not. Such practices are spoiling the market.
It's been proven time and time again that such action leads to a reduction of future demand, yours
This
included.
is so 80s, man.
Antitrust laws are there for a reason.
Shit, Maurice! All we want to say is that you violate the basic rules of the market with your predatory pricing. We can't just go along with that.
It's unfair and unethical.
Not to mention illegal.
What the fuck?
You are under arrest. Come quietly, or this may be the last economics discussion you will ever have.
Get him!
Oh, I don't want to kill you. Oh, yes, I do. Who am I kidding? What am I supposed to do with him? I can't do anything with him. What am I supposed to do here? I think we got a bug. I can't move. Am I supposed to? I can't. All right, hold on. Yeah, those guys weren't drug dealers. They were actually intelligent businessmen.
Listen, guys. I'll never touch your stuff again. I swear.
That's not why we're here.
You all.
You're it, Nate,
but it's anti-shit.
Not you are under.
Get him!
Am I supposed to kill him? I don't understand. All right, one more time. One more time. We're going to kill them all. All four of them. I thought I was supposed to save him.
Listen, guys.
That's so you're it, Nate, but it and shit.
Not you are under.
Get him!
What reviewers do. Yeah, reviewers do it that fast and like the story was garbage. Please tell me I can play an arcade game.
Oh, crap! Give me back my money, you piece of shit!
Whoa,
Don't you
whoa,
cops
whoa.
ever get bored with harassing successful
What's with the
entrepreneurs?
vocal?
Hey! This shit is rigged!
That's a serious accusation, kiddo. Someone might think I would allow such illegal activity in my high-class business, which I do not. I get lost.
You work for Soot. Tell me where to find him.
You cops are giving me a stomach ulcer. Stop asking me about guys I don't know.
Withholding information can lead to bigger trouble than a stomach ulcer.
Look, I'm a busy man, so I'm going back to my office now. Why don't you join me there, and we'll talk. Oh, on second thought, you can't do that, 'cause you don't have a warrant, do ya?
What a douchebag.
I agree.
Have you witnessed the owner participating in any criminal activity?
Are you kidding me? Half the things I've seen around here would be enough to put him behind bars for a decade.
Let us hear your statement.
No way, dude. He might be a douchebag, but if you lock him up, this place will get closed down, and where am I supposed to play hooky then?
Smart kid. Stay in school, kid.
Children should not skip school. It is important for them to attend every single class.
I stopped listening after should.
You little shit. Look at this. Juicy Schmack. Crystal Knights. Raz, that's Streets of Rage right there. That's pole position. That's pole position. Oh, I fucking hated these things. I hated those things. Was this Burnout? Supposed to be Burnout? Techno Warrior, what would that be? This looks like Pac-Man or something, and this is Asteroids. Look at that. They even got that old frickin' look of that thing.
Come back with a warrant, cop.
You can use RoboCop Division to investigate objects for people that find clues. Investigable objects marked with a question mark plus. Okay. Slouch detected. Irrelevant to the case. Bloodshot eyes caused by sleep deprivation. The big arcade.
I didn't know you had such amazing colors. And there's not one, but two of you? From now on, I promise, I will cherish you more often.
Your body readings suggest substance misuse.
Oh man, a real life TJ laser? You are so incredibly shiny. I'm definitely getting more of this stuff.
Who sold you drugs?
I really shouldn't say, but you are my TV heroes. All right. All of the arcade staff will sell to you, as long as you got cash. Unfortunately, I'm broke, but I have a great idea. You could help me sneak into the basement. They keep a huge stash of goodies down there.
Drugs in the basement? I will take care of that.
Would you really do that for me? Way to go, TJ! Is that the ocean?
Open the door. I have the warrant.
Oopsie. I think I dropped my key somewhere. You'd have to break down this hardened door if you want to get in.
That will not be a problem.
Oh, shit.
It's RoboCop!
Surrender your weapons.
Give him a one chance! Light him up! You'll pay for that! Shot me! You bastard! Shot me! That metal break! I'll torch you!
Tell the buyers to stop using made-up names of Nuke, none of the double cheese, anti-N, hot sauce, body bags, and red fucking whatever. It only makes me guys confused and bad for business. Pigs can't do shit. There's no need to speak in code. These dope heads either buy Nuke or jack all. What a mess. Are they playing Battleship?
Open the door, or you will regret it.
Can't a guy just sell drugs to kids without you harassing him every 5 minutes? Who am I hurting, huh? They all want it.
Where do I find Soot?
Well, if that's the case, shut it, bozo! Unless you want to end up in the ghost house like that cop's informant! And don't you dare open that door, I'll shoot you!
Have it your way.
Oh, he did the gun move. the guy? Oh, look at that. Oh, level 6 to open that up. Cool. Deduction level 2. You want to go around doing stuff and then do certain missions. Yeah, this is on PC, boss. Wherever RoboCop goes, body bags are to follow.
Murphy, this is Reed. Mayor Kuzak just stormed into my office. Apparently, his niece's car has been stolen. Find it. This goes to the top of your priority list. You can start by asking about it at some of the local garages. For the record, it's a blue SUX 6000, registered to
As a police officer, you can use tickets for misdemeanors, like public drinking and disorderly conduct.
Melissa Kuzak.
Those people on the first floor are paranoid. They put blinds in the windows. Can't watch the TV no more.
Stop shaking in your boots. Look, RoboCop is here. We're safe.
What's the problem? EJ Laser. Death awaits. Keep Roxy.
Hey, I might be a little late filing my tax return, but sending a one-man army seems like an overreaction.
I am here to investigate the theft of a blue SUX 6000 that belongs to Melissa Kuzak.
Fancy car and fancy name, but I hardly ever get the pleasure of dealing with either.
Do you have any information about the whereabouts of this vehicle?
To be honest, I did some work on one of those cars recently.
Yeah, we've been playing for like an hour and a
I can
half.
assure you that it was not the one you're looking for.
Do I have your permission to search the shop?
I know what the world's like, but can a man go about his business without being harassed all the damn time?
You have not been harassed yet.
I can come back with a warrant, but then I will not be knocking.
You think that's going to scare me? This is Detroit, for God's sake. People try to threaten me nearly every day.
I do not try.
You know what? If you really think you'll find evidence of that SUX ever being here, then be my guest.
You need the goddamn scanning thing to be up to 2.
See, I've told you, you'll find Jack all, because there ain't nothing to be found. This place is legit.
I need access to one of your lockers.
I can't allow that. It's my workers' private possessions.
You said your shop has nothing to hide.
The locker you have in mind belongs to a boy named Scott. He works for me on and off. I have to admit, I had a tiny feeling he might have something to do with your case. I will open his locker for you, but I won't be held accountable for what's inside. That's his locker.
Well, first you said there's nothing to be worried about.
Have a look.
And now you're telling me. Now you're telling me.
What do you reckon?
You're not taking credit.
Is he your man?
For the time being. Where is the suspect?
You see, he hasn't turned up for work for some time. This morning, when 2 thugs swang by looking for him, I knew he must be in trouble. I've overheard him many times talking about a place where he does car jobs on the side.
Give me the precise location.
I can't tell you exactly where it is. All I know is that it's one of the garages near the local storage compartments.
That is all for now.
Hey! Make sure no harm comes his way. He might have done some foolish things in the past, but he's a good kid, and he deserves another chance.
Okay.
A court of law will be the judge of that.
Right. The court of law. And the judge is my gun in my leg.
Who's there? Oh, it's only you.
Check this out. Oh, somebody's gonna be busted. Somebody's gonna die.
Oh God, I messed up good.
You must be Scott. What did you do with the blue SUX 6000 that you stole?
Hey, well, why would I have anything to do with that?
I have found evidence in Ben's shop.
You can't possibly help me. I don't want to cause any more trouble, especially for Ben.
The best thing to do is confess. Your actions have consequences.
Our actions affect people around us.
That's right.
Do you mean Ben? Shit! Is he alright? Is Ben okay? Please tell me. I would never forgive myself if anything bad happened to him.
During our conversation, my health monitor did not detect any trauma as yet.
Okay. I admit. It was me who jacked the SUX. But he didn't leave me any choice.
Who is he?
I can't tell you. If he knew I gave him away, he'd take revenge on Ben. Oh God! It must be those thugs! We're dead! No one is gonna save us.
If they are criminals, then they are the ones who need saving.
Stay here.
Anybody home? Where are you, Scotty boy? Oh, shit! It's the metal pig! Blast him!
Oh my goodness.
You did it! They didn't think that through. Maybe you can put an end to this after all.
I am missing vital information in order to resolve this case.
I'll tell you what you want. Just please, help me fix this screw-up.
Where is the car now?
Oh man, I'm sure it's still in their chop shop. It's a warehouse on the northeast side. The entrance is concealed, but I'm sure you'll find it. I'm no fighter, but if there is any other way, I would like to help.
Oh, now you like to help.
Maybe you need some more intel.
Who was responsible?
Who did you mean by him?
It's Rex, from the local gang. I only did petty jobs for him mostly, but this time he made me steal that car. He said he wanted the SUX 6000 we were repairing at Ben's. When I said it was too hot, he slashed me with his knife.
That is all for now. Proceeding to the vehicle's estimated location.
You are calling for backup,
is this
aren't
demo
you?
the entire game?
Negative.
For 50 gigs?
Threat calculation minimal.
So I know it's not the full game, but it's like 50 gigs. Like, that's crazy to me. That a demo's 50 gigs. Snitches get explosive rounds. This guy's spray painting. What are you doing, bud?
Citizen, I'm ordering you to discontinue this deliberate act of vandalism.
Screw you, man!
No, Zero just looks around. And he tries to find people that are... He makes it up in his head. Find a way in. I think it's this button. No. God. Can't do any. See, I feel helpless with certain things because you can't interact with like other games. But just like find a way in. Oh. Like I want to interact with stuff with like pressing E. You can't jump. You can't do anything with RoboCop. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing for the game. It's just like my brain wants to do a bunch of stuff that the character can't do. How the fuck did he get up there? Jesus, really? Yeah, there's no jumping. RoboCop doesn't jump. There, you can move a little faster, right? Like this is regular speed, and then if you hold shift, you move a little bit faster. Like, because I've been playing Starfield for so long, like, every time I see a body on the ground, I want to, like, search him and see if he's got something. And that's not the game's fault. You know what I mean? And, like, I can't jump over this. You know, I just want to, like, leap over this. I can get up over there. No, you're absolutely right. Right, I shouldn't even be running or walking fast. Look at the blood, dude. Look at that. That is excellent. Now the blood should have splattered. Again, this is me nitpicking here. Okay. The blood should have splattered on all of this, but it went to the wall, which is fine. Yeah, it's Unreal 5, I believe. Like, see, like, right now, I want to jump off of this to get down, right? Because that's every game we've played up until, like, our entire lives now. Where every time you do something, now I have to backtrack. You know what I mean? And again, it's not a problem. It's just a problem for me because your brain is so tuned in to other games that you've been playing.
I can't believe you've actually done it! Do you think I could take that car back to the owner and say I'm sorry? Maybe she won't press charges.
This car is now in police custody.
Oh, please, I could really use a helping hand right now. Otherwise, I'm back in juvie.
I want to say you're under arrest. You can retrieve the car yourself.
Proceeding to secure the perimeter. Keys are in the ignition.
Thank you so much! I promise I won't mess this up.
What does that do, though? You serve the public trust. Now, I wonder how I go back to... He stole a fucking car. I'm testing stuff out, Sarge. This last thing over here. That's right, Rose. That's right. He felt sorry, he shit himself, and he wanted to return the car.
Oh shit! It's a metal fist! Look who it is!
You need to be taught some rules.
You know, it never gets old. It never gets old. Just shooting people in the face. And maybe he comes back later in the game and he helps us out because I let him go. That did a lot of... Like, I can't crouch? Oh.
What a dick! That's the...
What am I supposed to do here?
You felt it,
I don't have a grenade.
Burn him up!
The blood just spewing out of him. Did I just punch that grenade out of the goddamn out of there? Oh my god. He joins the police force and comes back on the final mission. That's right. It happened. Am I supposed to go somewhere else? Missing something? Find the police informant. Where am I supposed to go? Oh. Superhero landing. This is fantastic. This is great.
Are you the police informant? Do you know where I can find Soot?
Oh man, all great questions, but could you untie me first? They really outdid themselves with these knots.
He could be Soot.
Talk.
Hey, I don't know how you usually operate, but that type of information don't come free.
It saved your life. I do not work for free
And
either.
my service is free.
No, of course not. You're right. You did save my skin. So, it seems that the new guy saw the punks attack on the TV station and decided to meet with Soot on their turf. The meeting is supposed to take place tonight during Soot's concert.
Concert?
I know. I'm not really a fan of his music myself. But that's not what those shows are really about. Why don't we, get out of here, huh?
Lewis, Soot is meeting the new guy tonight at the old slaughterhouse.
Copy that. Pick me up at the station. I'll grab my gear. By the way, I've got something for you, Murphy.
They call me Pickles. And you guessed it. There's a funny story behind that name. This one time, I saw Torchhead stealing a delivery truck. I went after them, hoping that a VCR would fall off the back of the truck, you know? But it turned out to be groceries. So they left it. I made a pretty penny
I'm
that
leaving you
day
right
selling
now.
Pickles. Still have a couple of jars laying around if you want them.
So you are an opportunist.
Hey, I prefer street entrepreneur. You know what they say, good business is where you find it.
They've captured the tone 100% from RoboCop. 100% they've captured it.
It's nice to
A
be
long-ass
free again.
demo, I'll tell you that, though.
Thanks, Tin Man. Hey, did Briggs tip you off that I might be here?
His audio's a little weird.
Officer Briggs?
Yeah, he's my police go-to guy.
Officer Briggs is missing.
Missing? Shit. May our city have mercy on him.
Is Briggs in
Do
trouble?
you think Briggs is in trouble?
I really don't know. Last time I saw him, he was going to check a case of missing bodies. Sounded like a bogus lead, so I didn't press him. Funny enough.
Was it that bad?
He always tells me to be careful when getting info. But the truth is, I'm not the one running around Gangster's Paradise dressed in blue.
In Gangster's Paradise.
Need to go. Duty awaits.
About that, I've got a favor to ask. I know that Briggs is missing, but I've got something that belongs to him. He must have misplaced it the last time he visited my crib, and it's kind of weighing me down.
What is it?
It's his wristwatch. Now, I feel bad holding on to it. Could you please give it back to his family?
This is stolen property, and you expect me to return it?
Gee, that sounds bad when you say it like that, but still, you shouldn't let me hold on to expensive things. That's how I ended up in this situation in the first place.
I will make sure they receive it from the repentant thief.
Oh, boy. You're a tough negotiator. But surely you don't mean now. I gotta chillax after all this.
We will proceed with haste.
Ah, for God's sakes, man. As you command, Officer Steely. Hey, Tin Man. Over here. This is where Briggs lives. Let's get this over with. His watch is burning a hole in my pocket.
I want to go back and like level up some stuff.
Apartment 21. Oh man, my hands are sweaty.
Are you going into a drug-related withdrawal? Do you require medical assistance?
What? No, I'm just nervous. Me and Gail have a complicated relationship.
21.
She's good at reading people,
I go up
but
on
I'm the type of person that doesn't like to be read.
I don't know why I would go up on the 24.
Okay. This is it. Deep breath. Let's do this. You first.
RoboCop. Are you here about Mike?
Yes, I'm sorry to hear about your husband.
Did they accidentally give you full access to the game? Maybe. Maybe. I'll just pretend it's on Game Pass, Rose.
Oh, no, 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 no. This junkie is not coming inside. What else are you gonna steal?
Funny you should say that.
I can't stand him. I'm sure he has something to do with Mike being missing. Are you any closer to finding my husband?
We are still looking. Is there anything more that you can tell me about his disappearance?
I've already reported what I know, but if you have any more questions, shoot.
I love shooting.
I heard that he was looking into reports of bodies going missing.
An old lady approached him at the precinct and told him a sob story about how she couldn't afford to bury her husband. Can you believe that? Anyway, when she finally collected enough money and went back to the morgue, only to find that they had lost her husband's body, Mike went to check it out and never came back.
All right.
Where was the last location that he was seen?
I remember him telling me that he was leaving his jurisdiction, that that's where the leads were taking him. I tried to convince him not to go. It seemed dangerous, but he felt sorry for that old lady. He went against his own rules and me. He left angry because we'd been arguing.
Do you remember the exact location?
He never told me, but maybe it's in his files.
I think I have everything I need for now.
Knowing you're on the case makes me a little less anxious, RoboCop. Now I just need to break it down for our son.
He does not know?
I didn't know how to tell him. He's a smart kid, and I think he suspects something. Could you
Well, when
maybe
Dad
tell him
goes
to come
missing, did he
home?
go get ice cream?
It's getting late, and the streets aren't safe these days. He normally dawdles, but having you tell him should light a fire in his britches.
I will make sure that he returns home, madam.
Thank you. He's playing on the basketball court nearby with his friends.
For sure. Let RoboCop be the father figure.
That went pretty much as expected.
Yeah, let's go numbnuts.
We are not done.
We're not?
You still have that watch, do you not? There is someone who needs to learn what time it is.
Is that a movie quote?
Cheesy one-liners. That's what they're missing. They're
We
missing
must
the.
get to the basketball court.
They're missing the
That's
cheesy,
just around the
cheesy
corner.
one-liners.
Are we playing? What's that got to do with time? Is it like time to kick my ass?
We are going to remind Gail's son that it is past curfew.
Oh, damn.
This is the kid? Is
Good
he
evening,
40
citizens.
living at home?
I need...
Need what? Some spare parts? Hey, there's a mechanic up the road.
We all have to obey the rules of the games we play. Unsportsmanlike conduct makes all players look bad.
That's right, fool. That was a technical foul.
I didn't know he's so delicate. What do you need?
We're looking for a kid. His name's Daniel. He was playing here earlier.
Why? Is it past his bedtime?
It is.
Yeah, I saw a couple of kids drawing with chalk they found lying around that crime scene over there.
Thank you for the information.
Congrats, guys. You just became police informants. It has its perks. You'll love it.
What a dumbass.
I see a couple of drawings over there.
This was drawn not long ago.
Ah, there's more over there. Guess we're conducting an investigation.
won't let me do anything over here, so I have to wait for him. Yeah, I had to wait for him to get up. Let's go murder some people.
Daniel! Come on, kid. Where are you? Should be somewhere.
Shoe print, size 7.
That's gotta be his.
Like, I can't even step up the step, for God's sakes.
What about over there?
No, it is locked. They did not go inside.
So I guess you have like a scanning thing in your eyes.
Yes, it allows me to see things that are not there anymore.
Oh, so it's kind of like Nuke.
How am I gonna get past this thing?
They threw out the chalk here.
Must have found something more interesting.
There we go.
What the fuck?
That was close.
We better hurry.
Do it. Come on. End him.
What are you waiting for? Fuck him up! He's laughing at you!
Hey, what the hell's going on over there? Yo! Daniel!
Oh no. It's the cops.
I don't want to go to jail for this shit!
Is that a gun? Oh, you're in so much trouble, kid.
No, it's not.
Whoa!
Oh, just shot at an officer. Going to jail.
What the hell? You're lucky that Tin Man here doesn't have a real heart. He'd have a hole in it right about now.
Sorry, sir.
You will be once your dad hears about this.
My dad's missing, so he can't tell me nothing. My mom said that he's out on an assignment, but I know the truth. He's not coming back.
Why'd you say that?
He's always been a stickler for following the rules.
Your friends are knuckleheads.
Oh, for God's
If you listen
sakes.
to them, you're a knucklehead too. Come on. Sit down. We need to talk. Those friends of yours, they take the easy way out. You don't want to go down that road.
Stay in school, kids.
It leads to a dark, lonely place. Do you know why your dad is such a stickler for the rules?
'Cause he's a chump.
Because it's the right thing to do. It's
Was
not
that a
always
chump?
easy to do the right thing. It takes strength.
And you think my dad has that kind of strength?
Are you kidding me? Your father has enough strength for the both of us. He even helped an ungrateful addict that he found in one of these buildings that smelled of rotting garbage, half dead and covered in vomit.
It's a kid,
And instead
dude.
of writing
Jesus.
him off, your father opened his home to him because that's the right thing to do. That's strength. Don't you think there's someone else who could use that kind of support now?
Mom.
See, you already know what to do. You can start by giving her this. She's looking for it.
Is he going to arrest me?
No, it's your first offense. So he'll let you off with a
Don't talk
warning.
for me. He shot at an officer. He's going to jail.
Right.
Right.
It's late. Let's get you home.
Well, you tell my mom about the gun?
No, she doesn't like me already. Thanks for the help, Tin Man. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, time to repent.
Hey, partner. What's the status on the old slaughterhouse?
I had to take care of something. We can go there soon.
Sure thing. Pick me up at the station when you're done.
There's a lot to this game. Oh, are we ready to go back to the station? I wonder if it's different parts of the city. You know what I mean? Or if it's just at the end of this main quest, the prototype. Thank you for playing. You still explore the city and complete side quests. Interesting. This is the end of the main quest prologue. All right, so that's it. You can't even go to the place. I can't even go back to the police station though. Oh, yeah. Okay. I got skill points. Do I have to go back? Do I have to go back to the thing to do it? Oh, I don't. Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It looks like there's other things that you can do that are not here, obviously, in the demo. But very, very cool. This is very I'm impressed. I am. I'm very impressed with what we just played for almost 2 hours. Was 2 hours. So what I'll do is I'll break this up separate, and we'll put this over on a separate video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. That'll do it for us today. We'll be back tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, for Generation X Gaming, the weekly podcast that goes over a few of the top stories in the past week, and we rant along the way. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I hope watching this and seeing this, you guys can make a decision if you guys like it or not, and that you want to, maybe pick this up when it comes out. November 2nd, I think, is when it says it's actually coming out. Pretty cool stuff. I liked it, man. I know the nostalgia is hitting because of RoboCop, but they did a really good job capturing what RoboCop is. Like I said, the problems that I have with this game is basically the jumping and stuff, but that's because I've been playing games where you search everything, jump, hop, dive, fly. So being RoboCop and he can't do any of those things, your brain just can't get by it for a couple. But honestly, it's a fantastic game. I look forward to when it comes out later this year. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one, 8 p.m. tonight. You guys have a good one. Peace.